Welcome to Unlikely Heroes, the Ghost of Grey Mog, a Dungeons & Dragons 5e adventure on the wonderful Chaotic Wholesome channel. Hello everyone. I am Adam Sowards, he, him, your dungeon master for today. And joining me is a bunch of awesome, incredible people. One of those is behind the scenes making all the things happen. That is David. Thank you all so much, David, for making us look and sound amazing. And also joining us are four incredible players. They've been making you laugh. They've been making you cry. They've been making all the jokes. Please welcome the wonderful four players and please introduce yourselves.
Hello, everybody. I am Piper. I use they, them pronouns. And today I am playing Moose, who uses he, him pronouns, who is a rat barbarian. I'm going to pass it on over to Candace.
Hello, everybody. My name is Candace, also known as Candace the Magnificent. My pronouns are they, she, and I am playing Carrara Tombrook, also they, she. Actually, no. Carrara is she, they, and it pronouns. They are a giant lady made out of marble, a warforged, but of stone. And they are a resident bard. I'm going to pass it over to Matt.
Hey, y'all. I'm Matt, he, him pronouns. I'm playing Bob Gimble, he, they pronouns. He is a skeleton cleric. With what he lacks in muscle and flesh, he makes up for in anxiety. I will pass it over to Kay.
Hey, well, I am Kay Purcell. I am one half of the founders of Chaotic Wholesome Presents. She, they pronouns. Today I'm playing Oda, who is a kobold warlock, not at all creepy, not at all evil, perfectly sweet and harmless. And this game, one of the rare ones that we're not doing for charity. So we thank you for hanging out and joining us for the adventure. However, we do have a tip link if you would like to thank these awesome performers for their time and their talents. You can head on over to our Ko-fi, in which you can leave a tip. It will be split amongst the cast, and we very much appreciate. We have hit halfway of our goal already. We've had some incredible things, like my little kobold turning blue because of a wild magic surge. Thank you, the Lurking Writer. But as this is the final episode, and it is a big fight, we will probably need the help. So for $5, you can throw a D20, for $5, you can throw a +1 to any D20 roll into the pool that players can grab as they need. For $10, you can give the party 1 reroll. For $20, you can give the party 3 rerolls. For $20 also, you can get a box full of 100% totally useful magic items. I think a couple of them might not be that useful. I don't know. I spoke to cheese.
It's very useful.
For $25, you can give the party a +1 to every D20 roll this session. For $25, you can cause wild magic surges to happen on 1s and 20s. And for $35, you can name an NPC, though there might not be too many more occurring at this point. And then we have already unlocked 2 of our milestone perks, which is we got a potion loot box and a box of 100% totally useful magic items. If we hit 150, that will automatically unlock a +1 to every D20 roll this session. And I think we're actually... Let me double check how far we are. Sorry, I did not have this open.
Oh goodness! Oh my gosh, how close?
Yeah, we're like $48 from unlocking that, and that's not a thing you have to donate all 48. It's if it comes in over the session. So, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for your support, and thank you to both Adam and my fellow players for going on this adventure with me. And now I'm going to stop talking.
Yay! So excited. Yeah, again, just to restate what Kay said, if you want to influence the game, make it harder or make it easier, please consider checking that out. But now it's time to play some Dungeons & Dragons. Ooh. So last time, before we jump into it, last time on Unlikely Heroes, we joined our 4 adventurers, our rodent barbarian Moose, our statuesque bard Carrara, our barebones cleric Bob, and the shadow lizard warlock Oda as they continued their quest to escort a cart of supplies for the wizard Brandlegast. But last time they figured out that unfortunately, it seems like the wizard Brandlegast was captured by this goblin wizard in the forest. So they decided to go out and try and find this wizard. On the way, they encountered a witch where last time to cross her forest. They decided that they were going to solve some riddles for payment. They did. It was great. But unfortunately, Moose had to give up his pants. They also rescued a badger and a squirrel that were trapped by the witch. And then just before leaving, they all took this deal about retrieving Ziffatraz and bringing him back alive or dead to get some sort of gifts individually for each of their characters. After that, they ended up out of this forest at the goblin hideout, went through an ice tunnel that was trapped, set off an alarm, turned it off, and then spied in this final ritual chamber where they believe that this goblin wizard Ziffatraz has captured their wizard to be, and there's some sort of ritual happening, and they saw the wizard Brandlegast inside of a little cage along with another little dwarf dangling over a boiling cauldron. And that is where they launched their attack, which I should have had us roll initiative before we started filming, but I forgot. So we're going to be doing that now. If everyone can roll initiative while I'm sort of setting the scene here. The scene opens with a boiling black cauldron, and you see changing, swirling colors inside of the boiling. There's like these whiffs, these little streams of magical changing colors coming from the cauldron, but the whole room, this dungeon that they're inside, this square-ish room, is outlined by little candles about the room, but most of the light coming from the room is coming from an eerie green sickly glow from this pool of what seems to be greenish bubbling liquid around this little island. And there is a single stream of daylight descending down from this massive hole in the ceiling of this antechamber dungeon room that is descending down on this cauldron. And around this room, we see there are these goblin skeletons in various states of reanimation. They have little green lights coming from their skulls, from their eyes. And some of them have weapons, some of them have little bits and pieces of armors that haven't melted off. There is also a big ogre in the room, about 8 feet tall, that has mercenary garb on it, a red mohawk, and a very large, long sword that has runes on it. We also see Ziffatraz, the big, bad, evil guy of this area, and we see that there's a goblin has Brandlegast's blue wizard hat with white little stars dotted on it, a fake beard. You can see the string, various robes that are a little bit too long for him, and he has a sickly bone wand and a book in his hand, ready to drop these 2 cages that he has in his other hand that have little people inside of them. They must have been shrunken down. And in all of this chaos, as we jump over to Owlbear Rodeo, our wonderful VTT, we can see the scene before us. And we also see outside of the room, as the time is sort of slowing down, as action starts, we see our NPCs outside of the room. We see Keen, a tiefling ranger, readying her 2 hand crossbows, pulling them out in slow motion. And the other side of the room, we see a bat flying in, which we'll see who is on top of it in just a bit. And on the other side of the room, we see Sock Senior, a little goblin that is on their side, who has a little tie and a disposition of honor and bravery. And now we will jump into initiative, and when it jumps onto our player's turn, I would love you all to describe your characters when it comes to your turn and tell us what's going on with them in the moment.
And as we get ready to roll, I'm also going to point out that the Lurking Rider has done a wild magic surge. So 1s and 20s will now have wild magic.
Yes. Thank you so much,
Let's
Lurking
go.
Rider.
Thank
Oh, this
you,
is
Lurking Rider.
perfect. Perfect and also horrible, but very perfect. I'm gonna roll for some of the NPCs, put it in the chat, and then we can figure out who is going first. Whoa, okay. Well, we got a nat 20 for Ziffatraz.
What happens
Wow.
to him?
Yeah. Is that a wild magic?
Oh my
surge?
God.
Wild
Well,
magic.
I mean, it's on initiative,
It's a
Uh,
roll.
though. So okay, all right, yeah, all right. We'll roll for it.
We
We'll
want
come
the
back and then we'll
chaos.
roll on
Do
his turn
we-
and see what happens.
Am I allowed to silvery barbs for initiative?
No, I
Okay.
don't think so.
Okay. It didn't hurt to ask.
I you know what? I thank you. Please keep asking. I think that's wonderful. So next we have Butcher. That is they have a 7. Skeletons got a nat 1, so they're gonna be also getting a wild magic surge.
Let's go.
This could be
and
so good or so bad for us.
and Keen and Socks got an 8. What is our stuff looking like?
Dipple-Traz looks to
Piper.
be going first.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Well then, do I want? I think I will roll for Ziffatraz's little wild magic surge real quick. I'll be doing that in Owlbear. Let's see. That's a 72. I also wanted to say that today we're using a different wild magic surge table. This is by Gaynor Norcott at Gay Norcott on Twitter. It's a wonderful table. It's very, very funny. They added a lot of different things in it, and it's incredible. Check it out. Interesting. Okay. So we see that Ziffatraz, starting off, begins to do some sort of magic, and we see that their skin suddenly becomes very shiny, almost like mirror-esque. And it feels like there's some sort of magical effect that whatever sort of damage they take next might be a good thing for them. We'll see, but it just sort of jumps out of nowhere. This sort of magical kind of a little spark as it sparks in the room, and we see Ziffatraz. As you all enter the room, he's like, yes, you fools! You have all arrived, and you've fallen right into my trap. And now, well, we don't want to start this off with, a bit too much. Let's start it off slow then, shall we? And you see that he turns this wand over to the butcher, and he's like, you do what your name says that you're supposed to do and kill him. And you see he holds out one of his hands, and you see a little green almost spell start to form, and he closes it in his hand and then shoots like a green ray at the butcher. And we see the butcher get twice as big on the screen. We see them enlarge and get bigger as this ogre becomes even larger in this room. He's like, this will make it a lot easier. And Ziffatraz like, yes, good, yes. What do you think about that, you so-called adventurers, you stupid farmers? You will perish. And then he takes, well, as he still had in his hand, I guess maybe he puts his wand like in, he holds it in his mouth as he takes the other cage, and you see that Brandlegast is inside of this cage, does not have his hat, does not have his staff, but is in his robe of stars. But he's also licking his arm like that. And just for a second, you notice that, and then he drops the cage into the boiling liquid. And you hear, as a bonus action, he drops it in, and you hear, yes.
Last session, I prepared my hand to leap out
Yes.
Yes.
a cage before it gets dropped in the
Let's
liquid.
Go.
100%.
Can I say it's Brandlegast cage?
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so what we're gonna do, this is just gonna be like a kind of like contest of dexterity.
Okay.
Between you can use your stats. You don't have to use the hand stats, but we're gonna use your stats to see how quickly your hand can like leap out and grab this thing.
I don't want to use my stats. Can we use spider stats?
Yeah,
please?
you can use spider stats. That's 100% fine. I'm going to give you a number that you need to beat real quick. First, we're going to roll for Zivitraz. He's not very fast. He only has a +1 to this. So let's see what you need to beat. Oh my God, nat 20. This is wild. But,
Can you still
And I
barb
silvery
that?
barbs.
yes, you 100%. Wait,
Okay.
can you see that Carrara is outside of the room? Can
So
you
the
pass through the
spider
spider?
can see. I don't know
Okay.
if I'm not allowed to cast silvery barbs through the spider.
You know, I think it's super fun, especially because it's your hand. Like you physically took your hand off and did a cool
Ooh.
thing. I will 100% allow this. So you cast silvery barbs. That's just like a reroll, right? It's just a
Yes.
disadvantage. Okay, let's see. What is happening?
Oh my
A nat one.
gosh!
This is fucking crazy,
go.
guys.
And that's another wild magic surge.
That is another wild magic surge. This is
Magic.
absolutely
The
nuts. Good
lurking
thing.
rider. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
So
much, Lurking
excited.
Rider.
Yeah.
Holy crap-oli. Okay. Hey, Caeora, can you roll me a d6 real quick?
Yes.
Rex says, I think I know which finger they use
4.
to cast silvery barbs.
1 second. What did you say?
4.
4. Okay. I don't have the correct exactly what I'm trying to do here, but you see 4 penguins appear.
What?
Before these are supposed to be penguins, I do not have the correct ones, but you see 4 penguins appear.
Penguins or sanguines?
Okay. Don't.
You see. Oh, they just stay here forever. Okay, so you see 4 penguins just appear as you see Zivitraz starts to drop, and there's like a little electricity in the air. You feel as if fate is sort of like shifting. Someone's like grabbing the world and almost moving it and drops it very poorly, like almost slow motion like. And you see a little. I guess they sound like ducks. I don't know what penguins sound like. And they appear around Zivitraz. He's like, what the fuck? As he's slowly dropping. So now, Carrara, please roll me as your spider a dexterity or acrobatics. Unless all you need to do is knock it in that one.
Okay. Okay. So that is dirty 20.
Incredible. Definitely not a nat one. You're doing great. So we see this hand, I suppose, I don't know, maybe like leap across here and catch the cage.
So it looks like a spider. So the spider like wraps its arms and legs around it and then just like sails with it onto the floor. And then I'm going to call the spider back to me if it can pull the cage with it.
Okay.
I don't know if that's possible. If it's not, that's okay. He's out of harm's way.
I mean, you were holding. Okay, how do you control the hand? Do you have to use your turn to do it? What does it say?
I think so. Hold on one moment. Creeping touch. You detach your hand at the wrist, transform it into a spider. While the spider is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate telepathically. You can see through its eyes. As an action, you can see through its eyes and hear.
Okay.
During this time, you can't hear or see. So yeah, I don't think I can touch like grab things with it. So instead, I'll just call the spider back, and everybody in the room can at least see the Brandleghast is on the floor.
Okay.
So hopefully that'll set everybody else up for their turn.
Yeah. So I think that's great. That basically, I mean, you just use your action to do that. So then when it comes around to your turn, you can do the rest of your action. But I think how much movement does this spider have?
It has within 100 feet, I guess. So I guess it has. It doesn't say that it has a maximum amount of.
Yeah,
movement.
let's just use spider stats and see how much feet they have.
Let's see.
I can also pull that up.
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay. So unfortunately, they are going to take the skeleton is going to take an attack of opportunity on this spider.
Okay.
So let's see what happens there. What is the spider's AC? I think it definitely hits, unfortunately.
Little
Okay.
Spidey did his job.
So I take
6 damage.
because the spider is part of me. I take 6 damage.
Oh, okay, great. I guess it will keep moving. The skeleton does not have sentinel, so. Well, okay, so they were over here, so it's 5, 10 of a jump, 15, 20. So they're here with their movement. Incredible turn in between someone else's turn as we see this spider jump. Well, actually, Candace, please describe what this looks like as if Atraz penguins appear, distracts him behind as he's for some reason mirror sheened skin. Everything's going wild right now as he's dropping the cage, sort of turning his attention behind.
So basically, the rest of you see as Ziphatraz turns his attention away, this like dark kind of granite marble looking spider just launch itself into the air and like hit the side of the cage and knock it to the ground. The spider almost seems to like shake it off as it gets down, and before it can kind of turn to leave, the skeleton just lashes out at it. And the spider kind of like stops for a second, continues to move, but then as it completes its movement, it like crumbles and vanishes.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
so it's gone.
Yeah, because if it's not returned to you, you get your hand back. Like it just reappears on your hand. It reappears on your arm, and you have to cast it again if you want to try again.
Okay, all right. Well, let's see. Then I'll put.
Also, don't forget silvery barbs. You give an advantage to.
Oh, that's right. I would like to give advantage to Moose.
Heck yeah.
No need for reckless.
I'm gonna put. Whoa, that's a little bit too big. That is not what's here. Just reminding people that this is where Ziphatraz is, or where Brandlegast is, on the ground. So you see little Brandlegast in a cage, looking very worried, but not in a boiling cauldron of magical something. And you see Ziphatraz turns back around to continue his turn. He's like, "What the hell? Who did that? What the hell? Kill that thing!" And then it just sort of crumbles. He's like, "Give me that damn wizard! I know that you came here for him, and you ruined all of my plans. So now it's time to hurt you all. Get me that damn cage back!" As he sort of as he yells out to his minions to do such a thing. But I believe that is Ziphatraz's turn, and next it is Moose. Moose, your turn.
Right.
What would you like to do?
Moose and Bruce are currently, as the doors have flung open, the goal was for with Moose holding on to Bruce's little bat feet, is for just Bruce to fly in, just a straight fly in, and when we see kind of Bruce flying with Moose attached, kind of going overhead, and when we reach kind of like the apex above Ziphatraz, Moose wants to drop basically onto Ziphatraz.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
Awesome. How much movement does a bat have? Do you happen to have that in front of you?
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure it's
Bat
enough, but
D5E. Let's see. Please, bat.
come along with me.
60 feet.
Oh,
Heck yeah. So yeah, I think definitely.
Oh no.
Plenty of
speed,
movement.
30 feet. 30 feet. Correction, 30 feet.
Oh, but well, I think it'll still work. So 5, 10, 15, 20,
If
25, 30.
If he's
Yeah.
walking, it's 5 feet. If he's flying, he gets 30.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think you're basically perfect right there. We have so many folks in one area.
Perfect.
I love it.
So, as
yeah.
Bruce flies over, Moose
Mhm.
just says, now, and let's go. And we see
Let her
Moose
rip.
start to descend towards the Fultraz. And as this happens, because we have technically had a long rest, Moose is
Mhm.
going to take off the hat of bird attack
Mhm.
and essentially try to slam it onto the head of Zippeltraz.
Let's go!
Reactivate.
Heck yeah. Awesome. So this is gonna be a contest between you and Ziphatraz. To be in either an acrobatics or athletics, and he's going to try to contest it. Let's see what he rolls. That is only a 12. He only has the +1 to this. So all I need to do is beat a 12.
If this is my action, can I use a bonus action to rage while descending?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
All right. The tail gets real long as Moose falls from the sky. And I think, do I have advantage with?
On
Athletics?
athletics, yeah, I believe so.
Perfect.
Heck yeah.
First
What is
roll-
your modifier to
+5.
athletics? +5. Okay, so yeah, all you have to do is get a 7 or above, I believe. Wait, what did he roll? No, wait. It's a lot easier than that. I'm not gonna do math. You got it.
Just
Oh wait,
don't
no, yes,
roll
yes,
two
seven.
nat ones.
Well, I rolled an 8 and a 9. So that first one's a 13. The second one's a 14.
Heck yeah, both get it. As you are descending down, going to hit him. I would say you are going to get him for a second, and then you see a little green mist appears under a skeleton next to him. And he's like, no! And he moves the skeleton right in front of him, and you put the hat right on that skeleton instead.
Oh.
If I can grab this skeleton. I don't know if I can grab this skeleton. Ugh. Okay, I'm grabbing Moose. I'm gonna
Too
grab
many
it.
characters
Yeah.
on map.
Move
Please
him
help.
over here. Gonna move the bat over to here just for ease of purposes. No, we'll just move him here. Okay, so yeah, so you put the hat on this skeleton, and I would like you to roll me a couple of things.
Yeah, of course.
For fun here. If I can find this friggin' item. Okay, first, can you roll me a d10?
I would love to roll you a d10, and this isn't me vamping for time. while I roll a d10. That is an 8.
Incredible. I can actually roll it for me again.
Okay, that is a 1.
Okay. Awesome. And now roll me a d4.
Okay.
There's gonna be so many things on this map.
I am so sorry.
This is wonderful. This is everything I've ever wanted.
That is a 3.
Incredible. So let's see. How am I going to distinguish between these? Let's see. Do I have any other birds?
More birds.
More birds. What is that? That looks.
This game is for the birds.
Okay, yeah, I can do this. So you see. You see.
It's Dimitri.
You see 3 seagulls appear and begin to attack this skeleton. And they just appear and they're like, make some seagull sounds. I don't know how seagulls sound. If that's what they sound like. And they're just like, da, 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 da. And the skeleton's. The skeleton doesn't know what's happening. The skeleton takes 1 damage as he gets hit by this barrage of seagulls. I would say that they have disadvantage on their attacks to hit other people with this seagull hat on top of them. What else would you like to do? As Ziffatraz moves the skeleton in the way, the hat drops on them, seagulls appear, start attacking. And Ziffatraz is like, "How dare you, you foolish rat! You think you can put a hat on me? I've already got one!"
I'm gonna take that hat. I'm gonna put it on myself. But also,
Uh,
I don't care about you right now.
And Moose turns to face the butcher and points his sword up at the extremely tall 16-foot butcher and says,
Yeah.
Fight me, you coward!
I'll be glad to, little one. I'm gonna smash you between my toes.
Give me first.
Just as he's slowly like moving around, turning to come towards you. You also see that his sword that he's holding, a two-handed, big, like broadsword, has these runes in it. And he says something, and flames erupt along the hilt of the sword as the runes sort of glow on its blade. He's like, "I'm about to bring Ashbringer down on your ash."
Oh,
That's the name of my sword.
it's Ash.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Ass.
Yeah, exactly. A bit slow for a rat, aren't you?
We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight.
We're gonna fight.
Smack you.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Moose?
No, I think I've got everything done.
Incredible. Where were the? One question. Where was the skeleton's turn? Do we have that in there?
It is
I
in the chat.
remember it was a nat 1.
It was in that one. Okay.
Oh,
All
sorry,
right.
I
So
forgot
right at the
that.
end. No worries. I got it. I'll write it down. Great. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so next is Oda. Oda, please describe your character and tell us what's going on. What would you like to do?
So Oda is this small little leopard gecko kobold who was once kind of a white cream and marigold color and is now a white, blue, and cream color with black spots that strangely seem to be getting a little bit bigger. It's very weird. Sure, it's nothing. They have like a black cowl on and almost cleric's robes, but you can see there's some kind of armor underneath, and they have a very fat little tail. And they're currently like ducked against the back wall, and they look over at Keen and just kind of make eye contact and do the little nod, and they're gonna pull out a potion and pop the top and down it.
Heck yeah. Which potion are they drinking?
This is going to
Or
be,
is this a surprise?
it's going to be the potion of invisibility.
Ooh, incredible. So we see Oda disappear, and King's like, well, that's a mite concerning.
And I know in the new, are we doing new or old rules? Because I know healing potions are now a bonus action. I don't know if potions are bonus action.
I think for drinking it yourself, I allow, bonus action.
Cool.
Yeah, so 100% bonus action. Boom,
Perfect.
you got it.
Then, now invisible, the little kobold is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, dash,
Heck yeah.
5, 10, look at Brandlegast, really want to go, keep going, 20, 25, and just chill right next to Ziffatraz.
Incredible. Very scary. I love it. You see, like, the hairs stand up on the back of Ziffatraz's neck. He's like, what the hell? Sort of still focused on this bird wildness kind of happening around him. And anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
I would just like
Okay.
to stare at him and wait
Okay.
patiently.
At the end of your turn, forgot to do this before, but Ziffatraz has legendary actions. For those of you who don't know what legendary actions are, some bosses or powerful enemies can do things in between at the end of folks' turns. They have a limited amount of them that they can do until it comes back to their turn, but Ziffatraz has just a couple. We see Ziffatraz. Scroll back over to here. he still has the one cage in his hand, but you see like there's the bookish looking dwarf in his cage. And he sees that the cage is gone and that you've descended. He says, you're going to ruin my ritual. I will not let you get in the way. This is mine. I will be the #1 wizard. And if I have to kill that one and all of you to get it, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll always do whatever it takes. Rise, my goblin children, rise. And he hoists his bone wand up in the air, and it glows this eerie glow. And you start to see from this green pool around the island, you start to see bones coming out of the water, or whatever this liquid is, and forming up the bones of goblins, some of them still with some meat on their bones, some with armor still on, and you see they start to crawl out of the green as 1, 2, 3, 4 skeletons appear. You see this one comes here. You see this one goes here. This one goes here. As they climb out of this pool, you see bubbling and like steam sort of rising. You hear sizzling, bubbling coming from as they are picking up swords that are seem to be like acided, almost corroded off as they are coming up onto this platform. And that is Ziphatraz's legendary action. Next is, I believe, Keen and Socks Senior. We see Keen up here, the tiefling ranger, red horns with a cowboy hat, and she has a 2-hand crossbows, gunslinger style, 5'10", comes into the room here. And I would say she probably kind of would look to you all to be like, what is the priority target? What do you think she would intuit from the rest of the group?
I mean, I think the rest of the group is Moose because the others are not in the room and I'm invisible.
Okay.
Moose is currently, unfortunately, facing down the butcher.
Okay.
Though I don't know how visible Moose currently is with all the skeletons, the birds, just everything around, and Moose being me.
Okay. I would say, I mean, it's definitely, the butcher is the biggest thing in the room. So when Keen comes in, she's like, oh shit. Sort of pulls out 2-hand crossbows, cha-cha, and shoots both of them at the butcher. And we'll see how she does. Oh boy. Is it 8, 12, let's see. 1 second. 8, 14. First one is a miss, but the second one is a hit, fortunately. That. So that, because she has this wonderful ability called Archer's Eye, and they can roll an extra d10 of damage if they hit. So that means they do 19 damage to the butcher, which is nothing to spit at.
Taking your mark, Moose.
As we see this crossbow bolt, one of them sort of coming up, and you see the butcher like hits it out of the air, and the other one right into the butcher's eye. Sort of staggers back. What the hell? You're gonna pay for that, you little. Sort of as it recoils into the room, and Keen's like, oh shit. And then we jump over to the Socks Senior, and we see Socks 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and is going to. It looks like he was going to like come into the room to attack one of the skeletons, but you see that he looks over at Ziffatraz across the way. And he's like, "You don't control me anymore!" And brings out his crossbow and tries to shoot at Ziffatraz. Let's see how it goes. Oh, got a 2. Unfortunately.
Buddy.
As you see this crossbow bolt sort of like whizzes past and hits one of the penguins. Just to get rid of one of the penguins for right now. The penguin turns into magic. It wasn't real. And it was not a real penguin. And you see Ziffatraz sort of like dodges out of the way, turns. He's like, "How dare you? You belong to me. I am the strongest of the goblins. That makes me king. Why don't you follow like the rest of your brothers and become bones, you fool?" And Soxina's like, "No!" And that's all he says. Also, just a reminder, Sox Senior is a normal goblin, so does not have a lot of health. So just putting that out there to the rest of y'all.
He's fine.
He's fine.
Fine.
And
we have a resurrection scroll, right? Wait, this is Baldur's Gate 3.
I don't think so. So that is Keen and Sox. Now it is the Butcher's turn. As the Butcher starts to turn towards Moose, he's like, as he's like takes the. Whoa! I threw my glasses at the screen.
That's exactly what he does.
Yeah,
that is exactly what the Butcher does.
I didn't break my glasses. Jesus. So he
I broke
rips his
mine.
glasses off.
You cannot break yours.
He rips this crossbow bolt out of his eye, sort of throws it at the ground. I'm gonna crush you, and I'm gonna kill all of your friends, just like I saw. And he looks down, and you see a little jagged, rusty sword straight through his heart, and he begins to falls onto the ground as the spell sort of dissipates, and you see this little goblin who is ripped as fuck. And you see Ripper. He has a bunch of scars on him. It looks like he's been in a workout routine for like a year, but it's only been a couple of hours since you've seen him. And he has like this bandana around his head that's like red, and his like war makeup on his face. And he has like, it looks like he might have fallen into some acid because you can see a little bit of his bones. And I would say the eagle-eyed people of the group would have seen him drop down from the ceiling just before this. And he's like, "No one's gonna kill that rat but me, you motherfucker." And then picks up Ashbringer, the sword, and it alights with fire. And you see Ziffatraz turns over to him. He's like, "I guess you'll do too," and then moves the spell from this big old guy, from the Butcher to so this is what Ripper looks like right here.
Oh my god!
Yes.
But, however, this is what Big Ripper looks like.
Dang.
As you see, Ripper takes his turn. You know what? Let's turn him around. Face
enemy.
Face Moose here. Also, this
made several mistakes.
this is the corpse of Butcher here. There's this little red skull. As you see, Big Ripper turns around. He's like, "I'm gonna get you," as he sort of becomes larger and larger from this spell. He's like, "I think you're gonna regret it. I'm gonna get my vengeance, and you're not gonna do this ever again." And starts to swing down on you. There's 2 attack. What is your AC, Moose?
AC is 13.
Oh boy. Okay. You got 2 attacks coming at you. One of them misses with a wild magic.
Let's go!
The first one hits. The second one is a miss with a wild magic. Incredible, huh?
As the blade comes down, I'm going to use my reaction.
Okay.
Let me roll a d8, which is a 7. So that 7 applies to my AC. So now I have a 20 AC.
Whoa!
Yeah!
Oh my gosh!
So does it miss?
It 100% misses. It was just a 17.
As the blade swipes down, Moose jumps out of the way of the first one. The second one is about to come, but you see Moose's long tail whip up and parry it.
Heck yeah!
Steel on steel. As because I have a very long tail, form of the beast tail reaction lets me roll a d8 and add that to my AC.
Fuck yeah! Is it for the rest of your turn, or is it just one attack? I hope it's the rest of your turn.
This looks like to apply to the number roll, potentially causing the attack to miss you. I don't believe it's for the turn. I think it's just for
damn.
that attack.
Okay. Dang. Okay. So, but yeah, boom, parry this. And Piper, can you roll me a D100 for this wild magic surge? We're actually going to roll 2 of them. I forgot to do this. When it's nat 1, we roll it wild magic surge with disadvantage. So we take the worst of the 2 effects. And opposite with the D20 or with a nat 20. I've been forgetting to do this.
So I roll 2 d20, take the 2.
Yeah, just tell me both of them and I'll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So the first one's going to be a 78.
Okay.
And the second one is going to be a 3.
Okay, let's.
Is anyone else afraid for Moose? Does this let the rest of the turn or just attack the rest of the turn? Oh, too bad it's not the rest of the turn.
Oh,
No,
too
it's
bad.
not shield. Just the attack.
Okay. Well, there's one was going to be a cool effect, so we're going to do the one that's not a cool effect. I'll tell you what the cool effect was going to be is that they can see invisible creatures for the next minute.
Oh my god.
But so we're not doing that one. So instead, as you parry, as you dodge the first attack, or as you parry the first attack, and the second one kind of comes around, weird sort of little pops. Weird little sizzle of electricity, and you see little grass start to grow around him. He's like, "What the fuck is this?" And then little butterflies appear, and there's and just flying around, and they just look really beautiful and serene, like they're in a meadow. Just around them, grass grows, flowers grows, and little butterflies follow them wherever they move for the next minute.
Oh, he's a Disney princess. Excellent.
Yeah, basically, Ripper has become a Disney princess for the rest of the fight.
Wait, does that mean he can charm the seagulls?
Oh, no.
Maybe.
And the penguin.
And the penguins.
And the penguins.
And the bat.
And
So that is basically everyone. So you see Big Ripper's like, "What is this?" And he sort of misses the attacks, and he's like, "Oh no, you don't!" And uses an action surge. Is only one to attack 2 more.
Told you I was
times.
afraid.
Oh my gosh.
I know that those GM questions, they
no.
terrify me.
Unfortunately, I believe that a 15 will hit you, and the other one
Doesn't.
definitely hits you.
Oh.
So 2 hit you, unfortunately. And we're just gonna kind of lump the damage of both of them together. And since they are enlarged, they get a D4 in addition to this. Why is that not calculating? I want to read that. So that is 26 because that was 2 attacks.
What kind of damage?
That is
Because Moose is
slashing
raging.
and fire.
So Moose might actually have some resistance to slashing, don't you get?
Yeah, I would say there's only 2 of it is fire. So you're definitely going to take 2. So basically 13 or 14. Just you'd be taking 14 since we halved with rage. So yeah, only 14 of that. Incredible, crazy amount of damage that you have just avoided or at least halved which would have probably dropped most of the other people in the party.
Yeah.
Insane.
Moose kind of looks to Ripper and says,
You got me good, but you're still not great.
Oh, I'll show you. I'm gonna show you good. You didn't think you'd see me again, did ya?
I mean, I kind of wanted to, so I mean, this was intended.
Yeah, I missed you too.
I didn't miss you at all.
How dare you say that? And with a bonus action, he's gonna push you. So give me this will be a contest between the two of you. I'll roll for them first to see. They just have a +4. It's not that big. Oh my god, another nat 1.
Oh my
fucking
goodness.
Christ.
The dice knew that lurking rider.
Yeah,
donated.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Thank
23.
you.
Yeah.
What did you get, Piper?
23.
Okay, yeah. They go to like they turn their blade to the broadside of it and try to push you with the blade and their hand. And because you're just gonna duck.
Too strong.
Oh yeah, you
pushes
stop
back.
it.
Yeah.
You see them pushing, and it's like there's rocks and rubble coming up beneath your feet as he's like this massive, like 10-foot tall creature is pushing you back, but is not moving you an inch. Roll me again 2 D100s and tell me what they are, and I'll look at the effects.
Amazing.
That is a 53 and an 8.
Okay.
You are really rolling those low numbers
I know.
on
I
that
know.
wild magic table. It's
I
impressive.
might try to keep these, especially if I have like divine intervention. Dang.
Oh, okay. Well, I will tell you the cool effect, even though it doesn't happen, is very cool. I want to tell you, so a small object near you comes to life dressed as a knight and pledges itself to service to you. It uses animated object stats. That one doesn't happen. Sorry, what was it? What was the first one? The first one again?
The first one was, I believe, a 53.
Okay, right. Oh, there we go. So you see Ripper looks he sort of looks more hardy, I guess. Looks like if they were to be in a drinking contest that they would not be able to be intoxicated. So they look pretty hardy. They kind of like little sparks and bubbles, and they're just like, I feel really sober right now. I hate it. I believe that is Ripper's turn. Oh, I forgot. Well, we'll move past it, but he has advantage on strength checks. Forgot to do that. But it has happened. What is done is done. I'll remember that next time. That is the end of Ripper's turn. Next is Carrara. However, we're going to see one more legendary action
Oh my god.
from Ziff. Yes. I believe they've only done one so far. So this other one, he turns towards Big Ripper. And he's like, you fool, hit him again! And he orders an ally that he can see to attack the target. And Big Ripper is going to take one more attack at Moose.
Oh no, don't make me
Ugh.
fight more.
It misses. It's a 3. So not very good, but they tried. And that is Zivitraz's legendary action, and then jumps over to Carrara.
Carrara decides to enter the fray. They're going to step up in here next to Sock Sr.
Heck yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Command at 2nd level.
Does that require an action?
It does require
Oh wait,
an
no.
action.
Wait, never mind. You were prepared before to have the thing. I'll say
Yes.
that was outside of the initiative. Okay, cool.
So Carrara uses command, which is going to affect both Ziphatraz and Big Ripper.
Oh, you can
I'm
do
casting
2
it
targets?
at second level, so I can have 2 targets.
Dude, that's sick. Okay, heck yeah.
And I am going to use Halt. On its turn, the target doesn't move and takes no action or bonus action. On their next turn, both of them can do a Wisdom saving throw. If they beat a 13, then they can act. But if not, they are halting.
Oh dang. Okay. What do they need to roll?
They have to roll a Wisdom saving throw of 13 or better.
Okay. All right. So first we're gonna go for Ripper. They have a wisdom of -2, so they need to. It was a 13, right? They need to beat. So they need to roll a minimum of 15 to avoid this. Oh gosh, that is a nat 20. Holy crap! So we see Big Ripper so bent on revenge. Magic just pings off of them. Nah, I'm gonna kill you, Moose. You ruined my life.
And
You
also
ruined your
another
own.
wild magic.
Oh God, another fucking wild magic. We'll get to that after.
Big
we roll
Ripper,
for
like
Ziphatraz.
Ripper showed up here looking to fight his nemesis, and it's just had all of the magic happen. Like got so big that he can't hit Moose because Moose is now so much smaller, and then just wild magic everywhere.
You know, I will say, how many amounts of wild magic has happened? I think if Big Ripper survives this, he's becoming a sorcerer. Like I think
He's
that's
a
what's
wild magic
happening.
sorcerer
Yeah, he's
from this point
becoming.
on.
Barbarian
Yeah,
slash
so
sorcerer.
just to let you know, Moose, if Big Ripper survives, they're becoming a wild magic sorcerer
I'm so
slash
tempted
barbarian.
to let him survive
Um,
this again.
Heck yeah! I mean, hey, I think it's wonderful. Then we're gonna roll for Ziphatraz. Ziphatraz has only has a +1 to Wisdom, unfortunately. So has to get a 12 or higher. Ah, damn it!
Oh, let's go!
So what happens?
Ziphatraz, so Carrara enters the room and points at Ziphatraz and says, "Halt! Now!" and shakes their finger at him. His body, I think, goes rigid. In like a wash of like dark gray, kind of like light kind of goes over them, the same color as Carrara's stone. And he like stands very straight, almost in statue mode, like what Carrara kind of goes into when she's dormant. So as this is happening, I think Carrara then looks to the left at our friend Sox Senior and says, "I saw what you were doing out there. Don't let this break you. We all make mistakes sometimes, but you have another chance." And kind of blows him a little kiss, and like some pink and purple sparkles kind of emanate from their lips, like in the little kiss shape, and goes on Sox Senior's cheek. And I give him bardic inspiration.
Hell yeah! Is that what die is that?
A D6.
D6. Okay, just write that down. Vaulted. Yeah, you see Sock Senior kind of turns around, almost getting ready to engage with this skeleton. You say that below them a kiss, like, "Oh, thank you, my dearest friend, I love you."
I love you too, Sock Senior. Please, keep up the good fight. We're not done yet.
I can't believe I said that. Oh, is it too soon? He goes back to try and fight the skeleton. Incredible. I was looking at halt on command. This is a target doesn't move and takes no actions. So I don't think that interrupts concentration. Flank is left with bad. If it moves a lot, blah, blah, blah. How do we get out of this?
I think next turn it's another wisdom save. Wisdom
okay.
save to try to shake it off.
Yeah. It doesn't say anything about concentration,
I know.
unfortunately.
Oh yeah, just 1 round. Okay. So I mean, but basically, its next turn is cannot take actions. Heck yeah.
Does it stop reactions as well?
Unfortunately,
No,
so they can still
just actions and bonus actions.
Yeah. Well, it says take no. I guess a bonus action. I mean, that does make sense.
I feel like the reason reaction is
Yeah.
allowed is because it specifically says bonus actions instead of all actions. So
yeah.
I guess if something bad happens to you, you are allowed to be like, no.
Okay.
But that's
Heck
it.
yeah. Well, and I will say, that means he probably can't use legendary actions as well because it is an action. So, whoa, man, this really screws him up.
Let's go.
I don't like this. Stop
Me too.
hurting my bad guys. Heck yeah, I love it. I'm gonna put a little, I don't know, like stunned or something. I'm gonna put this little thing on 1 second. Yeah, put this little little guy on him. So we know that Ziffitraz is stunned, basically. Incredible, Carrara, you bust into the room, shoot this spell off, and it hits Ziffitraz, and he's just issued a command and was getting ready, has the other cage in his hand, and you see he was going to try to drop it into the cauldron whenever it was his next turn, and he goes, "Yeah! What is happening? What fool did this to me?" Yeah! And is seemingly stuck there. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn? Carrara, anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I was on mute. No, that's it. I took my action and my bonus action, and I am done.
Heck yeah. I would say at the end of your turn, Ziffitraz does his last legendary, but he can't. Then we jump to Bob. Bob, please describe your character and tell us what's going on. What do you want to do?
Absolutely. So Bob, about 5'6", 5'7". He's holding his mace and shield. He's got a brown cloak, but all his clothes hang pretty loose on him. I mean, you know the phrase like, "You're nothing but skin and bones." Bob will do you one better, being nothing but bones. But before, like, when everything started going down, Bob was feeling a little scared, a little apprehensive. He wasn't sure if he was going to be able to do this, to rush in there. But then he saw something inspiring. He heard something inspiring. He saw Sock Sr. run in there and then do the scariest thing in the world. Profess his love. So Bob knows he's got to do something brave too. And so what I'd like to do, I'd like to run up to here. I'm curious, can I try to make the gap to get to the where the skull is?
Yeah, 100%. You just have to give me an athletics,
Okay.
or acrobatics to jump over it. All you need to do is get a 12.
All right, I'm going to try the athletics.
Exactly, 12 exactly.
Right.
Hopefully you don't have a negative in either of these.
I've got a +2 on athletics.
Incredible.
So we'll make it across. And I imagine that Bob, like, in this moment of feeling like I gotta do something, he moves past Carrara and Sock Sr. He takes this leap. It's one of those moments where he didn't realize how many opponents there were, but it's like, okay, I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna take the jump, because if I don't, I'm never gonna do it. I land on the other side, and in
On
that
top of a
moment,
corpse.
Yeah, top of the corpse of the butcher.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. But I'll apologize later. But he notices Moose and Moose's nemesis, and he sees that, okay, Carrara's got Ziffitraz taken care of. Maybe I want to make sure that Moose gets the showdown he wants. And so Bob is going to look at all the skeletons in here, which I think with a 30-foot radius, I might be able to catch all of them. I'm going to cast Turn Undead.
Heck yes. What is it? What is the radius of that?
30-foot radius.
Stoical, I'm assuming. So then let's... Oh, can I do this? Is that... Wait, I think I made it too big. I'm adding too many things.
Also the back.
I think with you being the center right there, yeah, I think you can hit all of them. That's incredible.
Let's go.
Heck yes.
Okay.
So what do they have to do?
So each of them has to make a wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they're turned for a minute or until they take any damage. And the spell save DC would be 13.
Incredible.
Let's go.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 skeletons in here. So I'm gonna roll 10. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. 1, 2, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'll roll 10 d20s. They have -1 to their wisdom. And you said it was a 13 that they need to beat?
Yes.
So they have to roll a 14 or above to not be turned. Let's see. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are not turned, unfortunately.
And 2 of them get another wild magic surge.
Oh yeah, 2 of them get a wild magic. That's wild. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
So which ones are not turned? That's what.
Oh wait, no. Is this a? I think this is a 14. I think this one's a 14. Oops. Okay, whatever. Incredible. Okay. So I would say. Oh, so what do they do when they are turned? Can you tell me that?
So a turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can. And it cannot willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can take the dodge action.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll copy paste it too because it's a lot.
Yeah, no worries.
It's such a good spell. I mean, it's not even a spell. It's such a good class action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank whatever god Bob worships. We haven't really gotten into that.
Right?
That's a great big question mark that no one's asked yet.
So basically 5 do, 5 don't. So let's see. There. There. Here. I'm going to choose the ones I want.
Sure.
Okay, I'll choose one. I'll choose this one.
Thank you. You were so kind.
Okay, so those are the ones that are frightened. Did you send the thing in here?
Yes.
See. Okay. Let me just see. Oh, can only use this. Incredible. Okay, this is different from frightened technically, so that's awesome. Yeah, because frightened you can still attack. So this is way better.
Here's the next question, and I hate to ask this.
Yeah.
Does it impact Bob?
No, it does not. There is something very different about Bob. Perhaps if someone else used this, then I think perhaps, because he is some sort of version of undead. But the light coming from within him has some sort of, it's like, something else. But let's see, I think one of them had a wild magic surge or something. Didn't someone also have a wild magic surge? I didn't roll before.
Have a wild magic
So
surge at the
they
start.
I mean, like
rolled
the turn before. It doesn't Big Ripper didn't he have another one?
yes.
And I didn't roll that. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Let me just roll that real quick. Okay, so we got a 10 and then 46. Let me just look it for Big Ripper real quick. We'll go back in
Oh,
time.
lurking raider. That was.
And all the skeletons rolled a 1 on their
Yeah.
initiative.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay, so Piper, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, how dare you?
Oh no.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
Rude.
Fudgy willikers. Okay.
Oh, I guess also Bob, you need to give me one as well.
Uh-oh.
Well, technically, when this went off, Bob wasn't there.
Now,
yeah.
suddenly.
Well, actually, it's an ongoing thing, unfortunately.
Okay.
That's a 3.
21.
Okay. Big Ripper does not know if you guys are lying. They cast Zone of Truth on themselves.
Incredible.
So that was their wild
I
magic.
have to tell the
Now we have, we'll just do one wild magic for both of them. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. Now I can't. 38
no.
and 72. Okay. That's not a good one. What's the other one? Ooh, oh wait, they rolled a nat 20, so they need to give the good one. Okay. So let's say this one. I'm just gonna draw something on this guy. This guy right here is special. That's all we know. We see that his sort of skin also becomes a sort of mirror sheen, kind of like Zifitraz's. Yeah, et cetera, et cetera. So many wild magic things. This is wild, people.
Yes.
Please, Bob, describe what the fuck just happened. Please let us know, because you cast this incredible spell that made half of the skeletons want to piece the F out of here.
Yeah, so what I imagine is that once Bob made the landing, and as he decided to channel these like holy energies, Bob calls out to these skeletons. Because being a skeleton himself, he can relate. And he says, I know you're confused. I was in your shoes too. Not your actual shoes, but I can imagine that they don't feel like they properly fit now. Mine don't either. And I'll hold up a foot where you can see the bone through it. But I can assure you that if you just chill, then you can belong too, like how I've belonged. And it's like, as Bob is calling this out, it's just like sending out these energies to try to show them the way that they don't have to do this. They don't have to fight us. They don't have to work for Zifitraz.
Okay. I think in these sort of this golden radiant waves, sort of emanating out of you throughout the room. I would say when a wave goes over one of the goblins that it has affected, you can see just for a second almost the illusion over the body of the goblin that they used to be. Just kind of like, just for a second as it wipes over them, you see the outline of the goblin that they used to be and the expression on their face, so they look scared. And and then the ones that do like start to turn and sort of scramble away whenever it is their turn. But the other ones that do not turn away, let's see, the ones that kind of turn away, they have a little bit of gold. Their lights in their eyes turn a bit gold, kind of like the color of your magic. The ones that do not turn away still have the green, and it sort of just gets even brighter as you see Zifitraz, though he's sort of frozen there. The sort of light from his wand almost kind of like reinforces their hold on these skeletons, almost like as if a whip just cracked. And yeah, what else would you like to do? That was an action. You just jumped over. You still have a bonus action. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think that's it. I mean, right now, like, Bob is so focused on this trying to get these skeletons to turn away, and trying to take everything in. Because taking that leap, it's like, oh, sudden penguins, what? And so I think that'll be it for Bob.
I would say, I would say even Ziffatraz is sort of still frozen. He's looking at you. He's like, what are you doing? You are not mine. Oh, stop it.
You're right. They're not yours either.
Sort of a scream comes from Ziffatraz, frozen there. Next turn, it is skeletons. Skeletons 1. So first, with the little scaredy ones, does anyone take opportunity?
First, it's wild magic.
What?
They rolled a nat 1 for initiative.
Oh, right. Okay. Let's see what goes on there. So we'll roll twice. So that was 88, and this is 15. 88 and 15. Oh, okay. So they take 15. And I'm going to ask you all, without knowing the result of this. Wait a second. No. I have to choose the worst result. Oh, okay. No, this is way better. Okay. Okay. Here's the question. So there's one effect that's just good, and there's another effect that basically they have to choose people, but then they have to flip a coin, and it can be either good or bad. So that's the question. Which one would you choose? Either just outrightly good, or one that has the possibility to be bad?
I like the possibility one.
Possibility to be bad? Okay.
I think possibility is fun, but also you're already juggling a lot. So
Yes.
if you don't want to deal
Yeah.
with coin flips, totally understand.
Let's see. I mean, okay. I will choose. I'm just going to roll a d20 to see if they choose their friends or if they choose their foes. Foes. So they're choosing y'all. So we're going to choose. I guess this is probably the ones that are not frightened. So they're going to choose Bob and anyone else they can see. Probably Carrara and Moose. Bob, Carrara, and Moose, because they cannot see Oda yet. And then odds, or no, I'm going to roll another d20. Do you want to take high or do you want to take low? Players.
Hi.
High.
Hi.
Okay, so it'll be 11 and above is good for y'all.
It's gonna be as funny.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna have to look up this spell real quick. Give me a charisma saving throw, those three of you.
14 total.
Okay.
5.
Does that include me?
Yes, yeah, Carrara, yeah.
22.
Okay.
Nice.
So Carrara, Bob, you do not get the effect. Moose, they have cast Bane on you. So what that is basically whenever you make an attack roll or saving throw, you have to roll a d4 and subtract that from the attack and saving throw.
Because I brought Bruce into this.
I guess so. I don't know. Whenever makes an attack roll. I think this just kind of keeps happening because it's concentration for up to a minute.
Oh my gosh.
So it's any attack or saving
Who
throw.
cast this?
Skelly.
Well, it was all of the skeletons, I guess.
Ritual.
It was a wild magic effect, so
Oh,
I don't think it can be like
Rude.
countered.
Okay.
I'll just say that this one right here is the like trigger of it. I'll just 1 second. Let me get some colors. Let's say that this guy right here is sort of the base of it.
Gotcha.
Just so that we kind of know where it is originating from, so that if they die or something, they will be gone. That effect will be gone. But you have been baned, Moose. This is so much wild and crazy magic that's happening all over the place. So now the skeletons can actually take their turn. Is anyone going to be opportunity attacking this one as they try to leave? No? Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then they're going to dash, I guess. They're in the hallway. Same with this one. They are running away. These all are going to run away. Keen is not going to try and stop them. Oh, it's probably better for them to go this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's as far as they can make it. Oh, wait, no, they can't go towards you. So that would be passing you. So they're all going to go out here. I don't know, whatever. They're in the hallway. And same, whatever, they're in the hallway. I guess that's as far as they can go because they can't go near you. And going down the hallway. Wait, no, I think it's just line of sight. So maybe they will be able to keep going. This guy's out here. He's running. So that is all the. Oh, wait, no, there's one more frightened one.
more.
Jesus Christ. 20, 25, 30. 10, 15, 20, 25. 30. So these skeletons, really good call from Bob to get so many of these dudes out of the way. Very good stuff. I'd say, let's see. One of the skeletons is going to attack Moose. This one is going to try to attack Bob. This one is going to get to the closest person, so Carrara. And yeah, these both are going to attack little. Oh wait, no, we have him over here. Going to come and pick up Randallgast. Let's see, it was 5, 10. So then 15, 20, 25. And as his action, drops him into the cauldron. You hear Ziphatraz is like, take him, put him in the cannon, and you hear the skeleton, and you hear, please, no, coming from inside of the cage and drops into the cauldron. You hear the screams. It sounds like, it might take a while for them to be truly, truly hurt and dead, but it does not seem pleasant as they are dropped into the cauldron. Then I'm gonna have to do some attacks here. First, we're gonna resolve stuff with Moose. We get 2 attacks coming at you. Whoa, nat 20 and
Oh my gosh.
an
Another
18. One. Both of those hit. Oh my gosh. I think I regret doing this wild magic. No, this is incredible. I love it. We'll deal with that after. First, we'll just deal with the skeletonies. So both of those hit. First, we're going to do just the rolled damage. That's not very much. 3 damage. So I guess basically one damage coming at you. And then with the crit, that is still not very much, but 8 plus 1. Jesus. So 9, so halved to, it's like 4. So 4 damage plus so 5 damage total coming at you from these skeletons. Kind of embarrassing,
You
honestly.
can't take me down. I'm scared now.
They're just slicing down at you. Some of them are trying to grab you, and just jumping over in between their fingers. And you hear Ziphatrash, just grab them, you idiot! And that is those 2 skeletons. This one's going to attack Bob. Oh my gosh. Another nat 20. What is happening?
Wow.
Okay, so that's 8.
Digital dice. Oh my god.
If anyone wonders why I do not trust digital dice.
Yeah. So that's 11 damage coming at you, Bob.
Okay.
And then over here with Carrara. That is a hit, unfortunately. And that is 7 damage to you. Now I have to roll 2 wild magics. It's an 84 and an 8. 84 and an 8. Let's see which one's better because they got 20 units. Oh. Yeah, I think this one's better. I need to look up a spell real quick. Okay,
We
I
might
think
perish.
the one that rolled here was basically this guy, so. Yeah, wait, which was the one that rolled the nat 20s? I think it was the guy up here. Yeah, it was attacking Moose. Moose, you need to give me a dex save.
I have lost my D20.
Oh no.
Deleted. Where did it go? Oh no, it's on my book. Okay, we're fine. I swear to God, you've been rolling so many 20s. I've rolled at least like 5 4s.
Oh no,
Say
it's a
I'm
4.
dexterity, it's a 4. I failed.
Oh boy. Well, this is Barbarian. This is an effect that you can see, so you do have advantage, I believe.
Okay.
Lots of 2.
Ah, dang.
Oh no.
Nice
Okay.
going back in the box.
Oh.
Back in the box. You.
So 8 lightning damage. You see lightning shoots out of this skeleton's mouth, just as it flies over and hits you. You take the full 8 damage, unfortunately. And it also hits Bruce.
Bruce. In the
Bruce is going to roll. Well, even if they succeed, they take half. Bruce has 1 hit point. Bruce is dead.
Can I catch Bruce as he falls from the sky, or does he just fall into the pit?
I mean, he
Either way is dramatic.
I would say he falls right over here. Yeah.
Bruce,
Come on,
no.
Bruce.
I did what I could.
Thank you. You're so brave.
We'll see. We can make death saving throws for Bruce if you'd like on your turn. Another magical effect from the one next to I believe it was Bob.
Yep.
And they had advantage as well. I feel like we've rolled 84 like 18 times. What's that one? Oh, yeah. Well, it is, unfortunately, we just rolled 84, so we already know what's going to happen. So, Bob, give me a dexterity save.
Okay.
That's what Bob's good at.
That's a 9.
Ah.
Total?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, so that's 12 lightning damage
Oh my god.
coming at you from this skilly.
Okay.
How are you looking?
I'm at 1.
Oh, holy crap. Okay, so yeah, it's not looking good. Hey, those potions gonna be coming in handy, y'all.
Yeah.
Again, some more lightning shoots out of the skeleton's mouth. You see Ziffertraz is like, how the hell did they do that? Just very confused. He's like, whatever, I don't have to ask those questions now. And I believe that is the skeleton's turn. We are done with the first round of combat, everyone.
Let's
Congratulations.
We did it. 6
Oh,
seconds.
God. So at the top of the round, we have Ziffatraz. I would like someone else really quickly just to roll me a luck check real quick. One of
I
the
will.
players.
I will do
Okay,
the
Thank
we're
you.
looking
I have
for
no
a
luck
10 or
today.
above.
Okay. Well, that's a 9.
Unfortunate.
It was so close.
Yes, bonus action to drink healing potions.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So, on Ziffatraz's turn, as he's going to take his turn, or I guess not really very much of it, you see that. There's a stupid ad that's popping up. You see. Well, I think it's more of you hear. You hear what sounds like thunder. And you feel the earth shake in here. Little bits of rocks, dust fall from the ceiling. You see a little bit of cracks coming from the ceiling all at once. And then you hear another more shaking dust, rocks falling from the ceiling. And then you see a shadow comes over from the light above. You hear is a massive head of a dragon appears at the top of the hole. You see Greymog, this massive dragon. I'm gonna put them, this is where they realistically are, but we're gonna put them here for purposes. So their head, you see this massive gray head where there's pieces missing from this dragon. Some of it has rotted off. You can see bone in some part. Some of its jaws exposed. You can see a lot of its teeth and bone. And there's green, some sort of ichor or something, and black blood dripping down from its mouth. Its eyes are white and sort of like crusted over, but there's these green piercing lights within them. It looks half dead, half alive, something, and its head just descending into this chamber from above. As you can see, its massive claws holding on to the opening as it's smelling around in this room, and it looks like its nose is going towards that cauldron. And you hear Ziffatraz as he slowly breaks out of his of this stunned. He still is not able to do the action, but as he sort of wastes his turn doing this, he's like, yes, you have finally arrived. Yes, you fools, it is nearly time. The ritual will be complete, and the mighty ghost of Greymog will give me his power. Please come, devour. I have brought you a sacrifice. As Ziffatraz cackles and laughs as the head descends down slowly into the room. It is a massive head of a dragon, and we are going to roll initiative for Greymog, and I'll do it in front of the board. He has no modifiers to this. We will see where he goes in the initiative. As a 3, that is very good for y'all. It's right before Bob, unfortunately. nearly at the end. That's very good initiative roll. But you see that his head is massive mouth. The only thing that can fit in here is his head and some of his neck. His claws are still out here, so it seems limited, his movement from here. But you can smell the rot coming from this dragon's mouth. You can see a little bit of green flames in the back of its throat. Its black tongue as it sort of licks out, trying to sniff and smell the air. But it looks like its head can only basically interact with anything that's on the island. It seems like that seems to be its reach. But it is sniffing the air, getting closer towards that cauldron. And
is that where we want to do a break?
You know what? I think that's a great place to have a little break.
Oh
Oh
no.
my God. Oh no.
I'm stressed.
I'm over here like, fuck breaks. Kill it.
You're right.
Kill it live, kill it. Oh gosh. Yes.
All right, we will be back in 5 to 10 minutes. I feel like this could be a shorter one because we're all really anxious.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you for hanging out with us. Thank you, Painting Pirate, for the raid. Thank you, Lurking Rider, for all the wild magic surges.
Yes.
We will see you soon. Stretch your legs, get water, do what you need to do to be a healthy, happy, human-adjacent being, and we will see you soon.
Welcome back to Unlikely Heroes Ghost of Greymog, where we find our heroes in the middle of a battle as they are fighting Lord Siffatraz, the Goblin Wizard, who has captured their wizard friend Brandlegast and is trying to throw them and some other dwarf into this potion to do some sort of ritual, and we've just discovered that it was to feed the dragon Greymog, who has just appeared, this ancient looking gray dragon with rotted scales and pieces falling off, and black ichor and green has just appeared at the top of the chamber, with its head descending in, sniffing around for this cauldron. And that is where we begin at the top of the round, of the second round of combat, with Ziffatraz, who unfortunately has been halted, so cannot use any action or bonus action this turn, which is garbage. As you see that they're sitting there and they give that speech, and I think in the speech they forgot to maybe do something, and then they're like, oh shit, and that is their turn, unfortunately, is just breaking out of this spell that Carrara has held very, very well. And then we jump, I don't have this in the initiative, but it will be the cages, the people in the cages next turn. So that means that the Brandlegast inside of the cauldron takes 2d6 acid damage if he begins his turn in there.
Oh no!
Fuck.
Oh my gosh.
Wonderful.
Double sixes. Oh.
As you hear the screams of an old man, as a bubbling acid and something in the cauldron, as you're like, coming from the cauldron, and that is the cage's turn. Now it is Moose's turn. Moose, please take it away.
All right. So Moose has one of the potions as gifted by Oda. So Moose is gonna quaff that potion.
Is it just a healing potion, normal healing potion?
So it's one of the red ones.
Okay, yeah. I just do max for healing potions, so you don't have to roll for it. So I believe
Thank you.
the it's just a standard healing potion. What is the numbers for that? The standard
2d4 plus 2.
Okay, so I think that's just 10 for max.
Perfect. So I go from 6 points to 16.
Heck yeah.
So Moose takes out this giant potion, and kind of quaffs it in his little rat mouth, just bah, 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 starts gulping it, and then throws it to the side, and says, "So there is a zone of truth currently around Ripper right now."
Yes.
Correct?
Basically, since you succeeded, you can lie.
Oh, no,
Ripper
I
just
failed.
doesn't know if.
I
Oh, you failed?
miserably. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that means if you lie, Ripper knows. So basically, you can't lie, or we can change it and be like, you can't lie.
I love the idea of just Moose can't lie. In
Okay,
this.
that's way better. I love it. Heck yeah. So you can't lie.
Moose looks up at Ripper and says,
I'm very terrified right now, and I feel like I've made several mistakes. And I really regret being here, and I think you're a lot more beefy and powerful than me, but I'm gonna hit you anyway.
Where's all this honesty coming from?
I hate you. I don't want to admit that I'm wrong.
and is going to raid or reckless attack. So that's going to be
Heck yeah.
2 rolls. This is bad for me though. That is a 16 plus 5, I believe.
Ooh, definitely hits.
As Moose is going to hit with a 21.
Heck yeah, it hits.
Hell yeah. So with that smack. Oh, okay. Awesome. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 13 points of damage.
Dude, heck yeah. You slice him real good. And he sort of staggers back. No, not again. And still looks pretty okay.
Maybe we can negotiate this out.
Says Big Ripper.
I've never fought anyone as thick as you before, and this is very scary, but also I have to do it anyways.
And that is Moose's turn.
I hate being honest.
You also. Oh wait, no. Your bonus action was a drink. Okay. At the end of your turn, since the spell has stopped, legendary actions come back online for Ziphatraz, and I think yes. What's more important here? Yes. So he's no longer. I can delete that. He uses a legendary 2. You see a sort of green mist appears where he is, and he basically misty steps over to here. And he's like, quick, you fools, finish it off. And then he looks down and he still has the other cage. He's like, oh, shit. And that was his legendary action there. It is now Oda's turn. Oh, dang, right before your turn. So sorry, Oda. What would you like to do?
What no one has seen, because Oda is invisible, is this little kobold just had a hand out and just about to touch Ziphatraz, but is like looking at the kind of shiny mirrored skin and being like debating, and then sees Brandlegast go into the cauldron and is very focused, little hands still out, and you see kind of an internal conflict, and then it's like gone, and it's like, okay. And Oda is going to scamper up to the edge of the cauldron and reach in to grab Brandlegast.
Heck yeah. Give me a deck save.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I don't trust that dice.
You will get a D4 because you're within 30 feet of Keen.
Ooh, heck yeah.
That is a dirty 20 plus a D4.
Heck yeah. So that definitely, so you only take 3 acid damage as you sort of plunge in and grab Brandleghast out of it. And you see Brandleghast is kind of on all fours, and his back is arched strangely, and he's hissing. And you see as you grab them out, and then they sort of adjust. He's like, "Oh, thank you very much. Please, get us out of here."
So here's my next question. This was object interaction, so I technically haven't attacked or cast a spell.
Yeah, you are still invisible. I guess he just floats up. He's like,
is
what's
everyone
happening?
just seeing a floating Brandleghast?
Yes.
Great. Then Oda is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 scamper over here.
Incredible. I'll move the hand with you. Boop.
The next question is, was that my action or my bonus action to grab him?
I think it would be bonus action. I think you can. Didn't necessarily use your
Wonderful.
action.
Then Oda is going to look kind of just up against the wall, look at everything, holding Brandleghast.
Can you? Sorry to interrupt, Kate. Can you roll me just a luck check real quick?
That's a 14.
Okay. You see as you're sort of like, the dragon doesn't see you, but it does see a little cage of something magical, and it's but it seems it looks like there was a chance it might have tried to grab at it, but it seems more interested in the cauldron at this current moment. So you avoided an opportunity attack chance as you move out of the way. Please continue.
All right. Having seen that it's very focused on the cauldron, Oda is going to, invisible to everyone, hold out the arm. The black spots start to bleed and a black tentacle forms. And they're going to use this tentacle to Eldritch Blast the cauldron.
Ooh, heck yeah. Wonderful. Give me an attack. It's going to be pretty easy to hit. I'll say right now you need to at minimum do 5 damage to destroy this cauldron.
Okay.
So first let me see if we hit. It's gonna be pretty easy.
Let's go.
Okay. Does a 13 hit?
It definitely hits.
Okay.
Heck yeah. So what is the damage for this? It's basically Eldritch Blast, right?
Yes, this is an Eldritch Blast. I've just themed
Heck
it as tentacle.
So we need to get a 5.
1d10 plus 3.
Okay, so you just need to get a 2 to be able to do enough damage.
That is 3.
Yes!
Plus 3.
Yeah,
Also,
let's go.
Because I have
my
my pact boon, it is going to be pushed 10 feet.
Incredible.
Hopefully knocking it over.
I think that, I mean, I would say it's also going to hit that skeleton next to him.
Nice.
We're going to have this skeleton do a dex save. They have pretty bad dex. Ooh, okay, yeah, very bad dex. They're going to take some bludgeoning damage. Oh, goodness. Dead. Enough to kill this skeleton. Boom. Gonna move Bruce here for a second. Oops.
Was that the skeleton with the hat?
Yes, it was. Oh no. So the birds disappear as well.
The hat falls away.
Well, I think it just crushed them. It doesn't.
Okay.
Basically they're in the same square as you, but they're just bones. They just kind of like, it's like you hit a bunch of pins in a bowling alley. Just like.
Does the hat?
And the hat is on the floor, just next to them. So basically, right next to you.
Perfect.
Yeah. And I don't have. I'll just draw a little thing to know that the cauldron is not there. 1 second. We'll just say that the cauldron is not there, and that will signify that. because that's part of the map, unfortunately. So the boom, we hit this cauldron. It's like the Eldritch Blast like tears a hole in it as it flips it over. And it lands on the ground, it shatters in half, and you hear Zephytraz, "No! What are you doing, you fools? What are you doing?" He's just freaking out. And the cauldron is destroyed, and you see Greymog as he was descending in, just smelling around from the cauldron, and then starts to smell the people around instead. Anything else you'd like to? Anything else you'd like to do, Oda?
I may have made it worse. I'm real sorry.
Anything else you'd like to do in your turn, Oda?
I think Oda just kind of hunkers down a little bit up against this wall and kind of protectively tucks Bramblegast, the little cage, a little bit under the cloak, and just hunkers down and waits.
Okay. Incredible. At the end of your turn, Ziphatraz is furious. And he says, you, how dare you come and you ruined everything! Oh, yes, I know the spell for all of you. Yes, you might think I'm a fool or something like that, but there is something that I learned. And he sort of taps his head with his bone wand. Yes, a very powerful spell, a word of power. Die! And he points his wand at basically all of you, and you see a little cracking of his wand. He's, what's, and you see that like 4 different beams shoot out from the end of his wand, smoke flying out, and well, actually not 4 beams, only 2 beams shoot out, and I think the ones that he's going to target are the ones that has pissed him off the most, which is definitely Oda. He can't see anyone else because of Big Ripper, so he targets Moose. So I'm going to need both of y'all to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, this is so bad.
You need to get a 13 or higher. And I would recommend throwing some spice on it if you have anything that you can do.
That's an 11.
Okay.
So, that was a 10 on the dice.
Mm-hmm.
I have a +2.
And the 4.
However,
Oh.
I don't think I'm within 30 feet. Am I still within 30 feet?
But what about, is it with also Carrara?
No, because it's one or the other. But
Right. We
But-
did that one.
as this starts to hit, you see a black mist start to crawl out from underneath the robes and escape from under the cowl as their packed boon activates, and they get to add a D4, which makes it a 2, which makes it a 14.
Yeah.
As these whispers
Awesome.
all fill. And
Incredible.
a dark mist deflects the beam.
Good. You only take half now.
Can I ask something very quickly?
Yes.
Is this dark mist its own thing, or is it part of you?
It is from my patron.
Okay. I'll have more questions on my turn.
Okay. I was gonna say. I was like, yeah. Any sort of player creep, any other thing, please throw it in. So not as bad, but it could be bad depending on how our health is right now. 4d8 necrotic damage. Not a lot. 13 necrotic coming at Moose, and basically 6 coming at Oda. As you see, I would say those of you that know magic, a power word is something very, very powerful. Something it doesn't seem like the right thing. it seems like perhaps they did it wrong or something. And you see those two blasts shoot off, and Zephyr like, what the, why is it working? And he's sort of shaking his wand. And I would say, Oda, you hear Brandlegast next to you. He's like, oh, don't worry. I taught him the wrong words.
You're very clever.
Yes, I am. And he sort of starts scratching the back of his neck. He's like, looks a bit out of sorts. And that is Ziphatraz's legendary action. And then we move on to... That was just Oda's turn, right?
Yes.
Okay, wild. So now it is Keen and Sock's turn. Sock Senior, he goes over here to attack the skeleton because he's like, "Don't attack my love!" And throws out an attack here. Oh,
Buddy.
No.
really? Oh wait, no.
has
No,
Bardic.
Bardic is not
Well,
worth throwing on that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Wait, no. Hold on a second. Let me look at his numbers. Real quick. Let's see. So there's a 2, 6. So, okay. This is possible because that's a 6. He has a D6. The AC of these skeletons is 10. So I'm going to roll a D6. All he needs is a 4.
Come on, buddy.
Or above.
Impress your
to
love.
hit. Damn it!
Oh,
This
Oh.
poor guy giving it everything he got.
Senior. You see that he's slashing, and the skeleton is stepping out of the way. He says, "No, come on. It's the first one that's ever been nice to me. I have to do it well." And the skeleton is just blocking the attacks out of the air. And Sox the Senior is like, "No, maybe I was wrong." And
There was
looks
something bad with
worried.
that skeleton. Something bad happened to that skeleton. That wouldn't
Oh,
impact this. would it?
oh yeah, I remember what it is. Was not damaged, so nothing happens.
Had to try.
Yeah, they were the same. They were the one that were shiny, also like Ziphatraz. Which Ziphatraz still has not been hit.
I know. Very annoying.
Then, it is also Keen's turn. Keen, Russian in here, is going to turn and shoot at Ziphatraz.
Ooh.
Needs to hit. Let's see. They shoot off 2 crossbow bolts, and let's see what happens. 2 coming at you. Okay, so we have a one of them misses because you see Ziphatraz as the first crossbow bolt comes, hits. The second one comes at him, and he throws up a shield as a reaction, and it runs into the shield. He's like, "You! How dare any of you attack me, you idiot!"
I don't know if a 1 would have made a difference, but she's got a +1 to all those because we're back within 30 feet.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So
And I rolled real bad.
that would be
Their warding bond.
and that would be. Oh, let's see. Let me look at. Oh my gosh! If it meets, it beats. Incredible!
let's go!
Awesome! That 1 point is what did it. Holy
D4s are
cow.
saving lives
That
today.
is incredible. Oh my god. This is wild. But I need to look at this wild magic thing first. 1 second, peoples. If I can just remember which one it was. I should have written this down. Yeah, I don't necessarily remember which one it was. I do remember the effect. I just not remember the wording.
Skinny skin.
Yeah. Gosh, when there's 100 things, I'm like, boy.
It's not like you're keeping track of anything this
Yeah,
combat.
no.
Basically, nothing has happened.
So this is. Let me just do some quick little things here. So that is Pierce. So what happens is the first hit hits Ziphatraz. They take, what is it? Is it D8? So it's 10 damage to Ziphatraz. And as the second one, as the sort of the crossbow bolt hits, they're like, what? And then it throws up his shield, and then the shield breaks. And as it was going to pierce, it looks like it sort of scrapes off of his skin. It looks like instead of it piercing, it was like it made a groove instead and then pings off. He's now resistant to piercing damage from this wild magic surge. So he still takes half of piercing now. So then so we're gonna have to half this. So that is 5. So only two damage this time.
That makes a difference for me.
Yes, still very good. So Keen does that, and then she's going to 5, 10, 15, 20 kind of come back into this corner as she's sort of like walking backwards and then reloading the crossbow bolts on her hip bandoliers and getting ready to attack again. But that is her turn. Then we jump over to Butcher, which is Ripper. Now, I need to change that. Also at the end of Keen's turn, we gotta do another Ziphatraz.
Oh my gosh.
This guy.
I think that might be. Yeah, I think this might be the last
Do
one
we
you can
have
do this
to
turn.
though?
I guess it depends on what.
You're saying we have to. I'm just checking to make sure that it's not compulsory.
We're gonna see if this recharges. One sec. Ooh, it does. All right.
No, why?
Yabba dabba doo. So, you know what? He's not gonna take his legendary action right now. As he's sort of like shaking his wand, and you see like smoke is coming out of it, and then he's like whispers to something to us, and you see like the smoke stops. Next turn. Is Ripper? Yes, Ripper, correct. So Ripper's gonna go at Moose.
Moose is looking real rough.
Poor little
right
buddy.
We got 2 attacks coming at you. What was your AC again? You said 13?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Dude. Wow. Yeah, that is a miss. That's a 12 and a nat 1. That is wild. I hate this.
You know what else is wild?
God damn it.
Magic. I have
Hold
started
on, is there any bullshit that I can throw on top of this? Let's see. Yeah, because he can't action surge anymore. He already did his thing. You're not prone or anything like that. You're not being flanked because that's a penguin. So yeah, nothing. He can't do nothing. Incredible, freaking lucky as butts. As how do you block or dodge both of these hits from this huge sword that's on fire? He's like, yeah.
So I think what's happening right now is it's very much like what is that game called? Shadow of the Colossus, where
Ooh,
we
heck
have
yeah.
this large Colossus Ripper like slamming the ground, and like we see Moose like running between his legs, and like as it slams down, like running up the leg, jumping off and just trying to stay alive. Moose is stressed.
Heck yeah, he's slamming down. The camera's falling behind Moose as he's jumping through the legs. Where are you going? You're running away again? And sort of swinging around, missing, hitting the cauldron on the floor, slicing off some of the stones as it falls down, and it sizzles and boils in this acid pool around you. We will, you know what? Let's do the wild magic first before they take their next thing.
That's a 94 for the first roll.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's do yours. Yeah,
Okay.
yours is way better. So you said 94.
94 and 56.
Incredible.
Ripper.
Ooh, and so 94, and what was the other one? Sorry.
56.
This is great.
Oh, because
Heck yeah.
Ziffletraz got hit. Does he have
He
any
did!
concentration?
Oh my gosh, correct, 100%. Okay, so I think he took 10 damage. That was the max. So I mean, basically, he just has to roll a con save for 10.
Yeah.
Let's look at him. Thank you for reminding me. Heck yeah. So he has a con of +2. So he needs to get an 8 or above to keep concentrating on this enlarge spell. Here we go. Oh, 5 is a 6.
Yes!
Ah!
Get small.
And you
Oh
see,
my God.
I'm just gonna make him the same person. Yeah, he decreases in size as Ziffletraz sort of lets go of that spell. And you see Ripper become small again. He's like,
Yeah, whatever. I can still kill you like this.
and
Probably.
as the first attack and misses on the second attack, and then you see he becomes even smaller.
Is he my size?
He is now your size.
Oh my.
As
Oh
the
my
wild magic
goodness.
surge decreased him to your size.
What is this?
Oh,
What the hell is happening?
oh, buddy. Now
Yeah.
I'm same level.
I'll still kill you.
Oh, you want to bet? Oh, now
Yeah.
I'm confident again.
Screw you. And then goes to push you. So this will
I'm
be a
actually not
contest.
sure this is a good thing because I feel like half the reason he's missed is because he was not used to being so big up against Moose.
Who knows? So now, Moose, this is gonna be a contest between the two of you. First, he's gonna roll, and I'll let you know what you need to beat. So that is a 9. It rolls a 9, so you can do an acrobatics or an athletics to avoid this.
It's going to
You
be
need to beat a 9.
19, and then I forgot about Bane. 19 minus 3, so 16.
Incredible. So yeah, he goes to try to again grab the flat side of the blade and push you again, and again your feet dig into the ground. Rocks flying up. He's like, "Why won't you die?"
Because I was trained from when I was very small to be very strong.
Well, people were mean to me, so I guess we both learned
I'm
something.
about to be mean to you again.
They're sort of screaming, and that is Ripper's turn. It is now Carrara's turn. Carrara.
Oda, you're still holding on to Brandlegast?
Yes.
Okay.
He's safe with me.
Then I think Carrara looks around and is like, "Oh God, enough of this, please. Can we please get this wrapped up? We have an entire campaign to do. We have things to do, places to be, humans to save, creatures to discover. I don't know. This is trash." And points at Ziffletraz, points at the skeleton next to Bob Gimble, points at the dragon, and points at the skeleton next to Sock Senior. And I would like to cast Bane at 2nd level.
Oh dang!
No.
Okay. So, what does it at 2nd level do?
That
just more
is
targets?
that allows me to give one more target, and everyone has to make a charisma saving throw.
Ooh, heck yeah! Okay, cool.
Ooh.
First, we will do old Ziffle, or Ziffletraz. I can call him Ziffle. It's Ziff. but I just like doing some. So he's a +0. So what is the number you need to be? A 13?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Straight roll. Oh, dang. Okay. Zivitraz nat 20 succeeded.
Oh.
Am
Am I allowed to silvery barbs at the same time?
I think so. I mean, it's your turn. You can use a reaction.
doing
Yeah.
Yeah,
Heck
I'm reacting
yeah.
right there. And I
Wonderful.
go, oh, no, sir. It's not that easy.
What? And we'll roll again. Oh my god, a 19. Fuck. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
But
Well-
still, you can still give someone advantage, which is
Yes.
really great.
I will give Bob advantage.
Boom. Heck yeah.
And what about
now-
everybody else?
Yeah, now so it was a skeleton and then the dragon, correct?
Yes.
Two
So
skellies
it
and a
is because I did 4 people. So
4 people, okay.
Zifitraz, the dragon, the skeleton next to me, and the skeleton next to Bob.
Incredible. Okay, so we'll roll for both of the skeletons. They have -3 charisma, so they have to roll a 16 or above to get this. Oh my god, 17. Let's say that's the one that's near Bob. And you know what? No, let's say that's the one that near Carrara. And then this next one, we'll see. Okay, they fail. All right, so the one next to Bob fails.
God.
So they have a -4 to their rolls and saving throws from now on.
Yes.
Correct? Okay, heck yeah. Exceptional. And now
The
we need
Dragon.
Greymog. Greymog has a +7 to charisma saving throws. Is a very strong dragon, but only its head is in here. So that means it needs to roll
Weird flex, Greymog.
6 or below to fail.
Oh, yes!
Heck yeah, wild magic, get it, bud. Oh my god.
Get it?
This is incredible. Why didn't I write Greymogs now?
What the heck is gonna
I
happen
won't cry
to
for
the
you,
Dragon?
Greymog.
Yeah, this is wild, dude. I was never mind. I'm not gonna give you guys any ideas. Heck yeah. Who would like to roll the wild magic stuff for Greymog?
I
It's
would
your
like
spell,
to roll.
Candace. Yeah.
All right, heck
Is
yeah,
it? It's a
Carrara.
D100.
Yeah, D100,
Twice.
and we're gonna get 2 different numbers.
That's a 98
98.
and an 18.
And an 18, you said? Okay. So you cast this spell. We see Zifitraz is like flying at him. He's like, "Gah!" Like hits it out of the air with his wand, blocking it because it seems like he might be proficient at dueling. You see one of the skeleton next to you succeeds. It just kind of falls out of the way. The other one, boom, gets hit with this spell. And then you see Greymog is descending. It was not concentrating on stuff. Didn't feel as if there was in any danger. And then boom, gets hit with this spell and and then you see a bunch of polka dots appear on this dragon. A bunch of red little polka dots appear all over its body. So really angry, and it starts shaking around. That is the only effect. Just polka dots appear on the dragon.
It's
Carrara
healing.
yells at him. I think this is a good time to say, "Surprise, bitch!"
The dragon roars.
Is he stealing my look?
He is. You should take it personally. That is a signature look for you.
He's your enemy
Incredible.
now.
So now, Carrara, that was an action.
Yeah.
What would you like to do with your bonus and movement?
My bonus action, I think I am going to give Bardic Inspiration. I think I'm going to give it to Moose I look over at Moose and I say, be done. This is really beneath you, and I think we both know you could do better. You're fantastic. That person is should be ashamed of themselves, and Ziffatraz, well, Ziffatraz is just a trumped-up example of a shitty goblin.
You know what? You're right. You're right, Carrara. I was unsure before, but now I feel better. Thank you.
You've got it. When she whispers that to you, it's like little arrows come and hit you in your heart, and they're like little red sparkly arrows.
So you're like hearing this stuff, and then you see Ripper kind of moves at you again. He's like,
No, don't focus on her. Focus on me. That's right. I'm gonna kill you, and there's nothing your little friends can do about it.
I'm sorry I wasn't listening. What?
Sort of growls at you. Carrara, for your movement.
Does the skeleton get an opportunity attack against me?
Unfortunately, yeah, they would.
All right, then I'm gonna stay there and hope for the best.
Okay. Incredible. Next we move to Greymog. So interesting thing. Okay. I did say, yes, I did. Okay. So what we're going to do, you see that Greymog sniffing around, and you see that Greymog sniffs at Bob and sniffs at Ripper. We're going to roll a luck check. I would say, Bob, can you roll us a luck check? We're looking for a 10 or above.
Okay.
Bob, please.
This is why you always select
13.
Moose.
Heck yes. And you see, and I would say all of you kind of remember back to the first episode, you remember encountering this, these goblins on the road and trying to attack you. You realize in some of the crates, they had these weird magic items, and you found a lot of things around them. And they said that they were collecting ingredients and special people, I believe. And you think back to all of those things that you've been finding, and it looks like these goblins were collecting magic items, but also you think about Brandlegast magic people, and you see that the Greymog turns over towards Big Ripper and smells the wild magic on them and the spell and everything like that, and the innate sorcererness, which we did talk about, that next time they are going to become a sorcerer, and is going to try, and you see the mouth opens and is going to try to bite Ripper. And let's see what happens.
Not my enemy.
Yeah, I know.
Attack of
Fuck off,
opportunity
dragon.
on the
He's
dragon.
mine.
Slap the dragon.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
That is a 19 plus 8. So that definitely hits.
Wow.
1 second. But then they also need to give me a dex save. So let's see what they roll. Okay, they succeeded. That's good. So there's not too much damage coming at them. Okay, so that is 13 damage coming at them. Really important to make that dex save. So you see Greymog comes down and bites Ripper, and you see they start to move their neck up to try and swallow them. And you see Ripper's like inside of the mouth and cuts out of one of the cheeks of Greymog, and a bunch of black blood just sort of flies out and horrible stench as he falls to the ground, and Greymog and just like moves around and does not eat Ripper whole. And it looks like to you all, it seems very clear that this dragon is not going to leave until it gets what it came for. So that's something to think about. And you guys can do insight checks or history or dragons knowledge or whatever, or talk and figure that stuff out on your turn. But you feel like this thing is still hanging around. The cauldron is broken. Why is it not left yet? And that is something you start to feel. And then that is Greymog's turn. Next, it is Bob's turn.
Okay.
And I would say you hear Ziffatraz being like, "No! Oh, come on! Just die, won't you?" And you hear Ziffatraz yelling.
Okay. First off, Bob has been hurting, so I would like to use a bonus action and swig my potion.
Heck yeah, 10 HP.
So, excellent. So I'm not at 1 anymore, which is ideal. I'm gonna move closer to Moose. I don't know if I'll end up provoking from.
That will be an opportunity attack, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. I'll
you want to take it?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they don't do all that much damage. I mean, we'll see. Okay. Let me see what their bonus is. What is your AC right now?
16.
Okay, that's a 13. They miss.
Yeah, okay.
Heck yeah.
I'm
Is
gonna
that the
go
one that-
right
No, doesn't matter.
right next to Moose,
Oh, he also has a
And-
-4. Yeah.
and I'll say, don't forget, we gotta get those pants back. We have to live, and I'm gonna upcast a Cure Wounds to hopefully help Moose out a little bit. So
Hell yeah.
let's see.
Yeah.
3, 4 plus 3, so 4 die 8 plus 3 for
Oh,
26 points of healing.
Whoa!
26.
26.
Let's go.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
You.
Bob, I would say as you're running over, and like I'll have you please describe this heal in a second. But as you're kind of running under, you kind of like run right under Greymog's like face, and you feel a connection to this dragon. You don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know, like you know them somehow. But it's just for a second, and you dodge underneath the dragon's mouth as it's shaking its head around, and you get up to Moose. And what does this healing look like?
So, in this case, Bob, when he runs up to do the healing, he's remembering just like how much he had let Moose down. He promised. He wanted Moose to not have to give up the pants. And in that moment, Bob is just thinking, I have to be able to do this. I have to be able to keep Moose alive, at least, regardless of what happens here. And like for just like that split second, there might be just like an inkling that tries to reach his brain when there's that recognition of Greymog. But Bob, like, I imagine just like within a memory palace, is like, wait, no, I have to focus. This is what I have to focus and concentrate on. This is who I have to care about right now. And as Bob starts to channel that golden energy out, sending it towards Moose, Bob is essentially thinking about like the pants, thinking about the connection, thinking about perhaps what Moose had said about an old friend, and Bob wanting to learn. And in order for Bob to know that story, Bob has to keep Moose alive.
Heck yeah. You feel the light, the warmth of Theru, the god of light, of hope, of kinship. You feel them sort of like giving you the strength, the power necessary to flow through and to heal your friend.
And Bob will also look at Ripper, who I believe had said that he was gonna kill Moose, and there's nothing his little friends can do about it. And Bob is just gonna be like, there's something we can do. Because we're friends.
Ah, you, fuck you!
Says Little Ripper.
Just because you think you have friends, just 'cause you think you can just live and not die, I'll show you.
It's just furious at this as you heal, as your Moose, your wounds stitch themselves back together. You feel warm. You feel like you can stand up a little bit straighter, a little bit stronger from the strength of your friend. And Bob, any bonus action or any other movement?
No,
Oh,
I
no,
already used my
drank the
bonus
potion, right.
action, so we're good. Thank you.
Heck yes. And at the end of Bob's turn, you hear Ziphatraz. He says,
No, you fools! You're getting in the way. Please, Grey Walk. No, please. Though they have ruined my sacrifice, please, just take them instead. I'll help you.
and he points his wand again. And he says, die! And the two rays shoot out yet again at Moose and Bob. Both Moose and Bob, I need you to give me Constitution saves. DC 13.
Oda looks down at the cage. You taught him too many words.
Yes, I must have figured out the rest on his own, but that's not a spell that I know.
Dirty 20 for Moose.
I'm gonna use Carrara's advantage that they gave me from
Yes!
the silvery barbs.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Oh no.
Oh no.
Bob!
I think this is like this moment of it's very like a slow moment of Bob healing Moose, and Moose looks to Bob and does that like rat boggling thing where the eyes are kind of like womp, 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 just like the happiness. And then it's like, you're my friend, and it's just that's when the spell comes and hits the two of them.
Bob, you are down.
Yeah.
That's the perfect Moose, you take half, you take 7 because you succeeded. And as you sort of turn, you're my friend, we just see and we see the sort of light kind of flicker out in Bob's eyes as he falls to the ground. What do you say or do as you become I guess unconscious in this moment? You're not dead, just unconscious.
Okay. Bob is just gonna like it'll be like a quick look at Moose, Carrara, and Oda, and it'll just be a save him no matter what happens to me as Bob falls to the ground.
You hear again bowling pins sound as you fall to the ground. It seems like what's happening to you is a little bit different than other people go unconscious. It kind of looks like there's this little golden light in between your joints of where your bones connect, and they're like flickering. They're like it's not a constant connection at this moment. The same thing with the light in your eyes. It's flickering just a bit. And you hear Ziphatraz.
Yes. Take that one and the other, please.
And that is Ziphatraz's legendary action. And now we jump to the skeletons. The skeletons sans Bob. And I would say this one comes over to here. Looks like they're all going to be attacking Moose.
As a note, because I forgot last time, since Moose Reckless, they'll have advantage.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But at least one of them has a -4.
That's true.
Yes. This one, yeah, we'll stay here. Incredible. So first, we have these two. What they're going to do is they're actually. I need you to give me, Moose. I need you to give me, 2, athletics checks. They're trying to grab you instead of attack. They have advantage on this. So that's one of them is a 14 plus 2. Okay, so 16 for one of them, and yeah,
My first
so
one was a
16 is nice.
13.
Okay. All right. So then you see both of these skeletons come up, and they just grab you, and basically you are grappled. You have 0 movement. They are holding you there. And Ziphatran is like, yes, good. Leave them there. I'm sure he'll be happy to eat them. And that is what they do. They just grab and hold you. And you see the same thing happening to Big Ripper as this one comes up, but they have a negative D4. Oh gosh. So then that is, and then so that was a 11. And then you have to minus the D4. Oh gosh. So that's 7. So that is a 7, and then Big Ripper needs to roll against this. And they beat it. So you see the skeleton comes up behind Big Ripper, and he's like, "Get out of the way!" Boom, and like pushes him back, and starts to move up again. And then you see this skeleton pushes Socks Senior. First, we're gonna roll for the skeleton.
The worst thing that could
That's a
happen.
15. We need to roll for Socks.
Doesn't Sock still have Bardic Inspiration?
And that one has
No, he
Bane,
used
right?
it
Or
to
no?
try to attack last time.
Ooh.
Socks, my beloved.
Fuck.
So Socks, so that was a 16. So he needs to beat a 16. Socks has a +2, so needs to roll a 14 or higher to not get pushed. That is a 13. Socks soars through the air, falls, begins to fall. No, that was wrong, and starts to fall. And he gets to do a dex save to try to take half. Okay, he's only going to take half.
Okay.
But I'll tell you right now, Socks has 6 HP. That is his max. That is his max. The pool of acid damage does 2d6.
No,
He's taking
Adam.
half of this. So let's see.
No.
Okay, he only takes 3.
Only
He
three.
he
Okay.
avoided, so he only
Okay.
takes half.
Okay.
It's
He's
only
okay.
3.
Okay.
Only 3.
All right.
As he falls into the acid, I would say, Carrara, you see him like turn, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I wish I could do better," and then boom, and he falls, and you kind of see him disappear, and you hear a splash. Then you see a hand, boom, on the top of the edge, and he's like, "I'm not giving up yet." And he puts another elbow on, and you see that there's like acid on him. It's like burning through his like armor and some of his clothes. And you see a little bit of bone and some scars. He's like, but that is all he can do on his turn.
How much does Socks weigh?
I would say very little. I mean, more than 5 pounds.
Okay.
For like mage hand purposes. Why? Is there a
Mage
certain
hand is
spell?
10 pounds.
Oh well,
Oh.
it's more than mage hand is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, that's fair. That's
yeah.
fair. Okay.
Because they're like, I mean, goblins are like what, like 2-3 feet tall. Like, you know, that's definitely around, I don't know, 25
I don't-
feet or something.
he could. Maybe the goblins don't have a lot to eat, and he's really underweight. I don't know. I wanted to check, just to make sure.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? Well, roll me a luck check. You need to get a 12 or above because this is a bit ridiculous.
I got a 9.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he
Yeah.
weighs more than 10 pounds. He weighs 10.5.
Rude.
No, but he definitely weighs more than that. But you see him sort of fall, and that is the skeleton's turn. It is back to the top of the round. Oh man, with Ziphatraz. It is Ziphatraz's turn. Let's see if his wand recharges. It does not recharge. Good thing. And he yeah, he's very upset. He tried to do okay, he'll try to do this. So he moves 5, 10, 15, 20. Just basically here 25. He's moving and he's looking over at Oda and he's like, you ruined everything, give it back. And he moves his wand, or he doesn't move his wand, he holds up his hand and there's like a green glow around his hand, and around his hand, and then he goes to make a pushing motion. And Oda, oh no, this is just an attack. What's your AC? Oh, I think he hits you.
Yes, it is 14.
So it's a 19, he hits you. So this is basically, you see a little kind of like ghostly green looking mage hand with spikes appears behind you and it pushes you. You take damage and you get pushed 5 feet. Unfortunately, there's not a saving throw for this. And you get pushed into this acid here. First, we're going to resolve the damage from this bone mage hand thing. And then we will resolve what happens when you fall. Oh, not very much. That is only 2 damage. Does not have a bonus to that. So that's just 2 damage. Now I need you to give me a dex save. Just DC 12 to avoid half of this acid damage.
That is a natural 20 on a dice that
Ooh.
says "fuck you."
Incredible. You know what? Let's resolve that wild magic before we do damage.
Yeah.
Because who knows? Maybe there's something that's like negates like friggin' acid damage or something.
So that was a 17
Okay.
and a 3.
Okay, 17 to 3. Let's see. Okay, well, it doesn't seem like any of these are going to help you in this situation, unfortunately. But as you're sort of falling, and you're only going to take half, you're able to, let's just deal with that damage real quick. So you only take, we'll do 3 damage, only take 3 acid damage, is you're able to kind of cling to the wall, and some of your tail and sort of the splashes kind of up, eating through some of you as I try to wipe it off. And as you look down, you see that you now have a long beard made of feathers on your face, and it is just hanging off of your face right now.
Strange.
And I would say that you were holding Brandlegast. Can you give me another
I got a nat
dex
20
save?
on it.
You know what? That is 100% right. You have a choice here. You can either have dropped him on the landing or still have him in your hand. What would you like?
Oh, I would like to keep him.
Okay. So you still have him in your hand, and you are basically hanging off the edge there. That was Ziphatraz's action. His bonus. he's going to basically just kind of stay there. Oh no, he's going to try to throw this other cage. He's like, Greymog, catch! And starts to throw. He doesn't have to throw very well, but we'll see how he does. It just has to get like basically a 12. And he throws very poorly. And let me get another little handout here. Just move Oda for a second.
I'll take handouts. What handouts you giving?
You see, there's a hand right there. Or another cage. He throws it like 5 feet in front of him. Damn it!
That was embarrassing.
Shut up! And that is his turn. That is Zivitraz's turn. Now it is the cage's turn. No one is in acid. They're okay. Then it is Moose's turn. Moose!
Moose looks down to his friend, Bob Gimbal.
Says, don't worry. I'll make sure you make it through this too.
And kind of looks at the 2 skeletons that are holding him. I'm guessing in the air. He's kicking his little feet. He looks to Ripper and says,
look, we gotta put aside our nemesis's times. They want to kill you too. Zipfotraz wants to kill you too. Let's join forces and then we can fight after. Persuade?
Give me a persuasion check. I'll tell you right now, you're gonna have to get a 20 or above.
Well,
for
I
this.
still have from Carrara the Bardic
Advancement.
Inspiration. Been saving it.
Yes.
Mhm,
But you do also have. Wait, no. It's just attacks.
Bardic.
Never mind. Bane is just on attacks.
Unfortunately, I rolled a 5, so
Aw.
no matter what, it's not going to do anything.
You hear Ripper say,
I don't care if I die here. As long as you die with me, then I'm happy.
Wow, you're really dedicated for no reason.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You made too strong of a nemesis.
I did too well.
Moose is going to try and fight his way out of the skeleton's grasp.
mm-hmm.
So let's roll this one. Athletics, or is it strength?
You can do athletics or acrobatics to get out of this. And basically, this is just a contest.
That is, personals. And
You got a 15.
I rolled 2 18s. Dang.
Oh,
Okay.
incredible.
But I do have +4 or 5. There's a lot of math that's going on. Let's see. Yeah, athletics is going to be +5 minus something. But, so 23. So the lowest I can get is a 19.
Heck yeah, you bust out of these skeletons. You are no longer grappled.
Okay.
Bonus action. I think bonus action. I'm gonna attempt because Greymog wants to eat people or magic.
Yeah, it seems either like magic items or magic people.
Moose. Doesn't want to
If I may, you might
Yeah.
hear a certain little lizard slowly dragging themselves out of acid saying, it seems like Greymog might want to eat the one who cast this spell.
Oh. Well, I'll try.
And I think Moose is just gonna go. Eh. And bonus action. I don't think I can push on a bonus action, can I?
You can.
Oh, I'm gonna try.
I 100% allow it.
I'm gonna push one of these skeletons.
Okay. Which one and where towards? Just like towards the
Into
acid,
the acid.
basically?
Yeah, into the acid.
Okay.
The one to the direct right.
Heck yeah. I'll roll to see what they try to do. That is a 19.
Great. Pushing is it athletics?
You can do athletics
Okay.
or acrobatics.
Okay, so I'm still rolling. Oh, 17, 20, 22.
Heck yeah. You get them. You push them into here. They will still get the same deck save that everyone else gets. They are not going to be taking
Let's
half. They're
go.
taking full.
Let's do it.
dead.
Oh!
You see this skeleton. Boom, dunzo.
I think that Moose slaps his kneecap out and just and just falls and tumbles into the acid.
Incredible. Anything else you'd like to do? You can also move if you'd like.
But I'm gonna take attacks of opportunity. I don't really want to leave. I don't want to leave Bob behind. I think Moose is going to stay there and just kind of defend Bob's body.
Okay.
Not touching my friend.
Penguins, move over here. Heck yeah. Incredible. At the end of Moose's turn, I feel like Zifitraz is gonna take a legendary action. So he tries to attack and push. Well, actually, no. He tries to pick up this cage. That seems more important. He picks it up. Unfortunately, that is all that he can do. He can only do one thing. So he picks it up. That is his legendary action. Next turn. That is Oda.
So, Oda's going to make sure they're out of the acid with Brandlegast. Step back and look towards Moose and say, I am very sorry, but I need your strength. And Big Ripper is going to start hearing whispers in his head that are going to compound into a boom. He gonna need to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Heck yeah.
We cast Toll the Dead.
What is your DC?
13.
He has a -2, so
Figured
he
he might not be good at that.
He's got a 15 or higher. That is a friggin' 2.
And
What
that
happens?
is 8. So Toll the Dead does 1d8 damage. Unless they've taken damage, in which case it does 12 damage. D12 damage. I rolled a 12 on the dice.
Dang!
Whoa!
So my friend here is going to take 12 points of necrotic damage for not befriending Moose when he asked.
Mm-hmm.
Moose opportunity.
Incredible. I would say you sort of boom goes off and goes and drops the sword. Cling cling as it clangs to the ground. Yeah, ow, so close. And you see like blood coming out of his ears. He's on death's door.
Wonderful. For my bonus action, I am going to chug a potion.
Heck yeah.
Because I do not look good. But that will help a lot. Sorry, I was trying to save it for Bob, but it's just, there's no way it's going to happen. And then
you can throw it at him.
I mean, I
Okay.
Scrawny Warlock was nearly down. And Zifitraz is not going to like what I'm doing next, which is I'm gonna try and head towards him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Shwoop. Just actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to because yep, that is where I am.
Okay. All right. At the end of Oda's turn, we see Zif is trying to, let's see, doesn't like all this stuff. He's very irritated. He's going to use, basically, he raises up his little green hand. It glows again, and it appears in front of him. And he puts the cage on top of it. He's like, now, just take it. Eat it now. And you see it starts to float over in front of Greymog. And I would say that Moose, you see that there's this dwarf, a woman inside of it, who looks very bookish. She's like, oh, please help me. I don't want to be fed to this dragon. And that is Zifitraz's turn. It's just doing that, summoning it, pulling it, pushing it over towards the dragon. That is his reaction, or his legendary action. Now it is Keen and Socks. Socks is going to climb up and attack this skeleton. Yeah. That is a freaking hit, my guys. That is a damn hit.
You are stout-heart.
And let's see if he does enough to destroy this. As we see Socks Senior climbing up. He's like, no, I have to do it. And he raises his sword back, and you see a little bit of sunlight dancing on his back. He looks so heroic here. He says, it's my friend! And bones shatter across the walls as he destroys this goblin, or this skeleton. Boom.
Carrara's face doesn't have a lot of expression, but it looks like one of those weeping faces on a statue as they look over at Socks, and it just waves and presses a hand to its heart.
Bleeding and a lot of stuff is sort of burned off, and he's just steaming. He's I did it. I need to take a nap. And he sort of falls down to his knees. And then we move over towards Keen. And Keen from across this moves. She's like, I ain't gonna let you do this, you damn goblin. And shoots 2 crossbow bolts at Zifitraz. And we will see what happens there. Oh boy. 2. Okay.
180.
Yeah, so unfortunately one of them is not hit, one of them does.
And I think I'm 35 squares from her, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I think if because she's aware of that, so I think 100%.
Okay.
So what does that mean?
That means she adds a 3 to each of those attack rolls.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay, cool.
See, Gilmore approves.
Oh, okay, yeah. I hate to be a poopy, but he would do this. So Zivitraz casts shield again, but with that +3, the second shot pierces and breaks through that shield. And we need to roll some damage here. She can do this. How much? What is that? Add to the roll total. Okay. This is a D8, and she has a special ability that she can use one more time to add a D10 to this.
Yes.
Oh, that is still not very much. But that is 8 plus 4, so that is 12, and then halved to 6 because that is piercing damage. As
not
you
bad.
see,
We want him alive.
yes. As you see, this one breaks through and pierces him in the shoulder. You stupid Rachel! Oh, if you're in here, you're ruining everything! And he's not looking too good. Zivitraz is he's bleeding out of one side of his mouth, and he's looking kind of limping a little bit, and not looking great. And that is Keen's turn. I think, yeah, y'all need some help over there. So she decides to leap over here. And she just needs to get a 12 on her acrobatics. Oh!
She's got a +5, right? She's
She
Raider.
has a +6, so she's good. To her acrobatics. So she leaps over, nearly trips, but then she lands and sort of like looks around and looking like she's trying to go and help Bob, but unfortunately that is all that she can do this turn. And that is Keen and Sock's turn. Now it is Ripper's turn. Oh my gosh, guys, we need to fucking so Ripper goes to attack Moose. That's all he's gonna do because he's in love.
Yes.
Only knows how to communicate it by pulling the pigtails.
Exactly. Ooh. What's your AC currently?
13.
Yeah, he hits you twice.
Ouch.
Yikesy doodles.
One of
yes?
those hits. I will use my D4 on the lower hit to try and negate it with my reaction. That's 8 points. So on that one hit, AC is 21.
Oh heck yeah. Okay, so one of them
One
misses.
of them.
Good thing. And this is and since he's smaller, he has a D4 minus to this. Oh my gosh. So let's see. So it's only it's a 8 damage. And let's see. Okay, only 7. 7 damage. One of it is fire. But you are raging. So 3. You take 3 damage from this as he starts slashing out. And not looking too happy. He slashes and slashes around, and then he's like, and he is like looking down. He's bleeding. He's looking at this dragon. He's like, next time, and he turns around and starts to run.
Coward!
Oh,
Come back, you!
And you can take an attack of opportunity if you wish.
I will. I have already used my reaction, so I cannot.
But okay, so he runs, and he's not gonna go there. 5, 10, 15, 20, and then he's gonna try to leap over to here. We'll see if it happens. Oh gosh, if he falls. Okay, all right. So he succeeds, runs over here, sees that Carrara is there, and he can only move like one more time. But he runs over to here and is sort of planning his next sort of move as he runs away. He also dropped his sword on that, basically where this hand is. He dropped his sword and is running away. That is his turn. It's Ripper's turn. Now it is Carrara's turn.
That other cage is just floating.
Yes, it has like basically a big mage hand is holding it, and you see that there's a little dwarf inside of it.
Can I battle of mage hand?
Yeah, I think so.
To take
Yeah,
it from him?
basically it'll be like a contest, basically between your stats, and it's kind of like if you were both grappling, but just via mage hand. I think that's
Yeah.
great.
That's what I wanna do.
Okay, let's roll for Ziff
the best.
first and see what you need to beat. Ooh, you're gonna probably do really well. That is a just a 4. That is a 4.
And I'm rolling just my spell.
Either athletics or acrobatics, or if you would like to roll your spell casting ability, you can do that instead.
Yes.
I mean, in that case,
That's a 22.
Dang!
Incredible! Your mage hand flies over, like basically breaks the other one, and it disappears, and you now have that in your hand.
What? So I send my mage hand out to get it, which is 1, 2, 3, so 15 feet, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, can you do you have to summon it right next to you, or can you summon it?
Oh, that's right. I can summon it right next to that
I
and
think
then
you
have
might
it
be
come
able
back.
to.
So that's what I do, and I start having the mage hand fly back to me.
Heck yeah.
The moment it lands in my hand, what kind of lighting is in this room?
Well, unfortunately, first I need you to roll me a luck check.
Okay. That's a 5.
Greymog's meal is leaving its grasp. Opportunity attack from Greymog here. They got to get basically a Well, actually, what's your AC? I think this would probably be better to use your AC
11.
rather than. Okay, so they have to get. Oh my gosh. Well, okay, so Greymog has.
Plus 10 to attack.
Yeah,
Hold on. Can I
Greymog has a
get my
plus
bonus
8.
action in before?
Yeah, sure.
What is the lighting like in this room?
There's candles. There is light coming from the pool of acid,
So, like, dim?
and there's also light coming from where Greymog's head. Yeah, sure, sure, dim.
Okay, I would like to use my bonus action to obfuscate object.
Ooh.
As it's flying back to me, I do like a little like twist with my hand like that, and the cage vanishes before Greymog's eyes.
Hell yeah, yeah. He doesn't even get an attack. He just like sniffs, sees it floating as like Ziffatraz was putting it in front of like a little meal, and he's like, and like opens his mouth, and then it disappears, and it's like roars again, still angry and angry. And incredible, you get this cage back to you, and you hear this librarian, oh, thank you so much, oh god, thank you, 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 thank you.
Carrara's like, you're invisible.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No, it's the end of my turn.
Okay. And next is Greymog's turn. Well, Bob is the only magical thing there.
Moose does have on a magical hat.
Who?
Moose.
Moose? Oh, that is true.
I do.
Okay, thank you for telling me that. So I'd say, and you're also, I guess, probably taller than
Yeah,
than
Moose
Bob
is
on the
defending
ground.
Bob's body.
Taller than a pile of bones.
Yeah, so you see that
Hold on a
a
second.
bite tries to come at you. Oh,
No!
Oh no.
That's a nat 20, folks.
Oh my
does anyone
gosh.
have silvery barbs or anything left?
I have no spell slots.
Nothing.
I only have cantrips.
Oh goodness.
I think it's very much sees Greymog coming for Bob, maybe, and Moose will like stand on Bob's bones and be like,
Never take him undead.
As we see the camera behind a tiny mouse standing up into the jaws of an ancient dragon, as it is a scene of just like this tiny little shadow standing up against this unimaginably sized beast. But honestly, this nat 20 is actually probably the best case scenario to be here rather than the next thing. So first, so that's max. So that's already 14 damage, but we're also throwing this on top of it because it's okay. So 14 plus 8 is whatever math is. 22.
Or 11.
Halved 11. Are you still up?
Moose is still up.
Thank
Thanks
God.
to Bob.
Now you need to roll a dex save.
Okay.
This is the important thing. But
Gotta
you
make
are
this
raging. You see the threat. You have advantage on it.
And you didn't use your bardic inspiration
I
last
did
time because you
not.
only got a
You-
5.
Your bardic. So, what I need. What is your bonus that you have to this?
My bonus is a +5 and then minus a d4 for Bane.
Okay. So roll
There's
the
no
d4.
more Bane, I thought.
Is the one creature with Bane
Ah.
still on the? It is.
He is
Okay.
still in play.
Yeah.
So
That's
first,
okay.
what I'd love you to do just for the tension here, roll the d4, roll the d6. If you don't need the d6, then we'll like change it to something else. But I want to see what your modifier is, what
Okay.
these things are.
Okay, so I have +5 minus 2, so at 3 plus 6, so that's 9.
Okay.
Have to do that's what I'm sitting at, a 9.
Okay, wait. So the d4 minus.
D4 minus my bonus of 5,
Okay.
and then +6.
Okay, so you have a +9 right now.
Mhm.
Okay, so +9. This DC is a DC 14. So you're looking at, you just have to get a 5. You
Okay.
just have to get a 5
With
With
advantage.
with advantage. You got this.
Okay, for increased tension, my first roll was a 2.
No!
Oh my
God.
gosh.
And the second roll is a 5.
Oh my god!
Let's go.
Oh my god!
Oh my
We
gosh.
see the mouth close on Moose, and what happens?
Think what happens is the mouth closed on Moose and there's no movement for a moment
Mhm.
until we see 2 of its like fangs in the front get kicked out as Moose just bursts out. I think without the hat, so the hat is still in the mouth.
Mhm.
But Moose bursts out of the front teeth, going,
Covered in this black and green sort of ichor and blood, you fly out and you see the dragon sort of swallows this hat and it sort of growls around, and the head starts to pull itself out of the hole as you see Greymog seems to be retreating. And you hear Ziffatraz, no! He's just like screaming and screaming, and now it is Bob's turn. Bob, can you please give me a death saving throw?
Yes.
Nat 20, this
absolutely. 14.
Okay, that is one success. One success. Now it is
Okay.
the skeleton's turn. Oh my god. Skeletons. Skeleton's over here.
Also, Adam, reminder, we have a hard out, so we may
Yes.
need to leave this on a cliffhanger.
Yeah. So we see that these skeletons are starting to crumble a little bit as they are sort of falling down, and we move back to the top of the round. We have Ziffatraz, and Ziffatraz is furious. He's screaming around, and he begins saying, "You ruined it this time! You ruined everything! You ruined everything!" But I'll get him again. I'll get him again. And you see that Ziffatraz Misty Steps 15, 20, 25, 30. This is all that he can go. And he appears right behind Carrara and he starts to run away. Carrara, you can do an opportunity attack if you'd like.
I would. I pull out. Is pulling out a weapon in action?
No.
Cool. I pull out my rapier,
Mm-hmm.
and I attempt to just swash at him.
All right, give us an attack.
Oh my gosh, get away. This is not rolling for me. Why won't you roll? I will roll just a d20. 13.
That exactly hits his
Let's
AC.
go.
Give me some damage real quick.
Oh my god. Outstanding. Let's see. 6 points of damage.
As you slice and perhaps turn towards the blunt side of the weapon, hit the back of Ziffatraz, and he tumbles forward unconscious. And we see sort of exiting initiative as you feel like as the dragon lifts off, and you hear the start to crumble as you see as this dungeon is starting to collapse, as it is falling down, falling apart, and I would say everyone starts to run outside of this dungeon, and I would say everyone can kind of like grab one thing. I would say Keen picks up Bob and starts to run out with him. Everyone can grab or do one thing as this place is starting to collapse. What does everyone do?
I use my mage hand to pick up the dwarven femme that's in the little thing, and then I scoop Ziphatraz under my arm in like a stone embrace.
Heck yeah! And you start running. What does everyone else do?
If it is allowed, I would like to climb atop Carrara's shoulders and prepare to just hit any thing that starts falling in our path to try and blast it out of the way. So I'd like to ready an Eldritch Blast.
Heck yeah, you're blasting things out of the way. What does Moose do?
Moose jumps over the cavern, sees that Sock Senior is on the ground, just sleeping, and will pick up Sock Senior above his head and start boot scooting out of here. Just
I pick him up and start running, and we see this camera as they're all running outside. Things are falling around. You have Ziphatraz, you have these two cages, and you're running, and there's dust in the way. And as we see, the light sort of disappears, it's almost as if the entrance is collapsing in front of you, and we see everyone barely, leap out as dust spreads as this dungeon has collapsed. And when the dust clears, you open your eyes. You're in the Witch's Grove. And you see Granny Willow standing around. It seems as if she might have teleported you here. And the cages go back to normal size. They open. These two step out. The Granny is about to talk, but you see Brandlegast steps forward. He says, I'm sorry for the deception, and sort of disappears down, and you see the robe falls off, and you see a black cat, a black winged cat steps out of the robes. I'm sorry, but I think someone else took Brandlegast. I think there's a lot going on in Kettlebrook that we don't know about. And that is where we're going to end this arc for today.
Damn it!
Thank you all so much. So sorry we're over time. We're going to be ending the episode here. Thank you all so much for joining. Hopefully we can do more of this in the future. But that is where we're going to end for today. Please, I'm going to pass it over to Kay.
Hey, well, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you again, Lurking Rider, for the tips. Thank you to Painting Pirate for the raid. Thank you to Best Wife Plam for the raid. We appreciate you. Thank you, Switch and Best Wife, to follow. Okay, Purcell, half of this team. The other half is David, whom y'all can't see, but was very plugged in for this. Very fun reactions. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you're interested in another arc, you should let us know, because I think the rest of us kind of want to know what our characters are hiding. And you can always join us in our Discord, where we have an Unlikely Heroes channel. Yes, find me on the internet at, if not Chaotic Wholesome Presents, or KDamnFear. And thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Adam, for running this game. And thank you to my incredible other players for playing with me. Thank you, audience. You've been great. I'm done.
Hi, everyone. I have been Piper and will be Piper. And I've been playing Moose. You can find me over on Twitter at Maddie Matihi. You can also find me on Twitch at Matihi. Tonight we're actually doing our finale of Arc 2 of What We Do in the Shallows, a queer pirate romantic adventure. So come and check it out as they fight Maximus Mouse, who is basically very evil, very awful. Also, we're all a family here. So, you know, it's a bad workplace. So yeah, come check myself and also Candace out there. It's going to be an absolute blast. Speaking of Candace, passing it over to them.
That's me. My name is Candace. You can find me at the Candace Marie on Twitter and Blue Sky, at Candace the Magnificent everywhere else. I am in a bunch of stuff, so look at my socials to see what it is. But if you want to look at something, you can look at 1, The Hidden North, a Vazen podcast with me and Piper. 2, I don't know if Piper's down there, but somewhere. Number 2, you can hear more of me on the upcoming frequencies. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's soon. And number 3, you'll be able to hear more of me on Halloween Eve in the new 3 Black Halflings AP that is about to be announced called Herald of Shadows. There are some really fantastic guest people in that podcast that I am lucky enough to be associated with. So please, if you don't check it out for me, check it out for them. Passing it off to Matt.
Thank you. I'm Matt. I've been Bob. Thank y'all so much. This has been an incredible journey. You can find me everywhere as Improv and RPG, and I'll pass it over to Adam.
Thank you all guys so much. I am Adam, he, him. You can find me at Adam So Wizard. I do all the DMing and the writing and that kind of stuff. And if you want to play a game like this, you can find me on Start Playing or in person. If you want to play any of these games, that is it for us today. Hope to see you all in the future. And can we please end, can I get a word or a phrase for us all to end this wonderful episode and arc on?
Team Bob!
What?
Team Bob.
Team Bob!
Team Bob! All right, hands in on 3. 3, 2, 1. Team Bob! All right, see you guys.
Bye,
See you
Team
later.
Bobs.
Bye.